Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Monday night. We kick off another wrestling week with so much coming your way here at the Wrestling for Life Network. An insane week. We got WWE RAW tonight, kicking it all off. The go-home show for Evolution, the go-home show for all the things. Saturday main event, well, a little bit of everything else. It's going to be a crazy week, full of go-homes, full of pay-per-views. Make sure you get in that chat. Click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the shows, be a part of all the fun, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we're happy to bring you WWE RAW tonight, a big night, the last RAW before we get into Saturday Night Main Event. We get into Evolution. So what will happen? Will there be more matches? Will there be more twists and turns? Lots of matches announced, lots going on the card tonight, and me and that pretty face going to be here for the next couple hours, walking you all through it. We got lots to talk about from the IWC and the wrestling world. Remember, we are the WFU, and we are the alternative. We are your wrestling utopia. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Click all the buttons. But just in case you need to know, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I know we do this on the regular, my guy, but is this week almost too much pro wrestling?
Yeah, it's hard.
Shows here, shows there. We're starting at noon on a Saturday. Is there too much wrestling happening in 1 week?
Well, it's two ways to look at it. I mean, as wrestling fans, we are spoiled. I see the brawling online. I see the battles. But at the end of the day, if you step back, it's really great to be a wrestling fan this kind of weekend. It is a bit overload for sure. We're going to talk about counter booking. We're going to talk about All In. We're going to talk about Evolution. I have legitimate questions as well. But very interesting how this all plays out. But yeah, 3 shows in 1 day. Follow it up with Evolution on Sunday. I mean, I feel a little bad for Evolution. It might have a little bit of burnout come Sunday night.
Yeah, Evolution feels like it's the forgotten stepchild. And now that's also been kind of the narrative that people have taken towards it, of just how it's been booked, what have you. I know we've talked about it, and you pretty much laid it out of, look at this match. No, it actually has like a 2-month story build to it. Like Naomi and Jade has X amount from all the way from WrestleMania before that. But everybody kind of likes to paint that narrative of, well, we're just announcing matches as we go here. And I know you have her on a slide, but Nikki Bella allegedly, supposedly was going to be in a match on the show. Right. And maybe the Liv Morgan plans have kind of fully derailed that.
Yeah, we'll see. She's supposed to be there tonight, and we'll see if there's a new direction. Does someone else come have a chit chat with her? Do you have her go up against someone like Roxy now that she's kind of one half of the tag champs? But a lot going on. I mean, speaking of Roxanne, she will take on Kyrie tonight. So we'll see how that plays into things. Jey Uso, Big Bronson, going to be interesting. All 3 members of the trifecta in action, as Braun will take on Sammy, Penta, and Seth. I mean, a lot going on here, and that's not even all of it. We do have a new predictions champ. We'll get to that. But Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch is going to call out her 2 opponents. As it is official, she will be going after she will be defending the IC title against Bayley and Lyra.
Yeah. Well, we all kind of expected they were going to go down that road, especially then you get a draw. And more often than not, in the laws of pro wrestling, that results in you have 2 challengers instead of none.
100%. I mean, now we have 2. We'll see how this plays out. Lyra's had a bit more of a chip on her shoulder, so we'll see if that continues. I don't know how many people are super into it, but there is a story here that's been going for a while. We'll see where it goes and how the IC title picture looks coming out of Saturday Night.
The better story is Becky Bayley. Is just that as the singles. I get Lyra's there. She feels not exactly shoehorned, but she's showing a new side and everything. But I think the true story here, and I wanted it, all in the SummerSlam is Becky versus Bayley, because there's history, there's personal issues that they can get into, whether it be kayfabe or not. Between that,
Right.
Lyra being there, it's like a bring your daughter to work day.
A little bit. I see what you're saying. I'm worried. I wonder if, I mean, Lyra doesn't help counter that, though. The idea that, you know, Becky, Bayley, people haven't had a whole lot of interest in them right now. I mean, I think the job for them is to get in that ring and, like you said, maybe have just a phenomenal match. Remind everybody. I don't know if Lyra just gets thrown in there as the pin eater, as the person that, you know, gets in the way so you can set up something for SummerSlam. I don't know.
If she's in there as a pin eater, and like I said, I want a
Eater.
scathing promo between Becky and Bayley. And we know Becky's good on the mic. We've seen at times where Bayley can be really good. So you get them to actually go back and forth, make Bayley the super baby face to Becky super heel. Maybe this is, like you said, in there as the pin eater, and we're just setting this up and kicking the ball to SummerSlam.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll see where it goes. We're also getting the contract signing between Gunther and Goldberg tonight. Some question marks about, we haven't seen Goldberg at Raw since he was like, "You're next," and then he was like, "I'll be back." But finally, we're going to get contract signing apparently tonight.
Is he going to be on like the kratom and everything though too? Is he going to have to do all that so
right?
he can get out to the ring?
We'll see how that breaks down, and we'll see if anyone's going through a table or how we're going to do this one. But big exciting news: El Grande in action.
Yeah, well, which El Grande is
Grande.
Yeah, well, the mystery ever turns of who truly is El Grande.
Right? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I know there's a lot of people that have a pretty viable suspect, but this will be very interesting on how this goes. How this looks.
Yeah. Now they've had to pivot because certain suspect, Chad Gable, is out with a shoulder injury and everything. Thankfully, successfully went through surgery, all of that. Right. Now, kind of the internet sleuths deciphered that Ludwig was the guy in the mask last week. So now does he take on the mantle a bit? Is that a fall from grace for Ludwig? Do we have someone entirely different under the mask tonight?
Right.
Do we finally get Omos as El Grande?
They just keep rotating different people. That would be, I'd be up for that too. Every time we see the El Grande, he looks different. Perfect. People got to stop him.
Different 3 times. He's gotten arrested and had a back of the neck tattoo and everything, was super jacked. Then he's been clearly Chad Gable's size and stature, I'll say. And then he was, you know, an Austrian German, just very clean shaven and all of that. Very poised.
Right. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out tonight. But folks, like we do on every pay-per-view, it's going to be on the title 4 times, 5 times maybe this week, but at least 4 times this week. The prediction title will be on the line. You could win it and lose it in the same day and get it back. So it shall be very interesting how it looks going into the weekend. I decided to go with tag champs for this one. Bradley and Vance tied. I didn't break the tie. We just went with 2 wholesome guys.
Fair enough. Well, it's the first time I think we've had, you know, joint champions or anything like that. Right. It's like when Undertaker and Kane both pinned Austin. They're both champions, so we just got to hold it in a briefcase now.
Right.
Yeah, fitting the tag stream champs have tag team predictions champs.
Right, there you go. So congratulations to Bradley and Vance. Chat from Sunday. Oh, no, Saturday. I lied. Spaz, Bradley, MDB. Shout out to you guys for being top 3. Get in that chat. Keep it busy, and you get your name on the scoreboard, folks. If you haven't seen it yet, yesterday we dropped an exclusive interview with Mark Ramundi. Great time from ESPN. The author of Say Hello to the Bad Guys, look at the NWO and how they affected pop culture and how they impacted the wrestling world. Go check that out. It's a great listen or read, depending on how you like to take in your books. But big shout out to Mark for being a part of the channel, and hell of an interview. Go check that out.
Yeah, and make sure you listen or watch it however you digest interviews as well. But yeah, no, I checked it out too. And I like, because I know you and I, whether either on screen or off screen, have talked about, even just before the interview, all of that, of like, so what separates this? Because we're the Schmarky bunch and everything, and have heard the NWO story 1,000 times. He very much already knew that going in, of how do I appeal to your casual reader and your smart mark audience and everything already knew I have to interview guys that were on the production team, the cameraman and stuff
the stunt coordinator and such. So yeah, no, a very cool read. And it was one of the first things I wanted to know was, I mean, it's hard to believe that he's like the only like NWO specific book. It's been included in a lot of stories, and we've heard all the stories. But yeah, I mean, he talked to sociologists, he talked to professors to get this, you know, the impact. How did it ripple through social society? How did it impact pop culture? And I mean, we still see it. We talk about it all the time. He talks about it in the interview. Guys like Bad Bunny. We've been talking about Jelly Roll. So I mean, name after name. The president is a Hall of Famer from WWE. The Rock's the biggest movie star. It's crazy times.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you think the DX book is already in production?
Could be. Let's go.
Say hello to the degenerates, and they talk about the pop culture effect of DX, because again, I mean, it's a very different angle to go at it of how it affected pop culture, because they both significantly did. But it sounds now like I'm waiting for the TKO book about DX.
I tried to get it out of him. I said, you know, I was trying to get, you know, what's next. He said there's a thought there, but he doesn't want to jinx it. So we'll see. The DX one would be bang on, just because, again, how many kids got kicked out of class for telling people to suck it? So
how many people get fired from a job because they tell their boss, suck
it? Right? We're out. All right. Well, that being said, let's say hello to the people, as we got about 16 minutes before the start of Raw tonight. A jam-packed night, like I said, lots of implications. And of course, we will be here live for Saturday Night Main Event. We're going to be here live for All In. We're going to be here live for Great American Bash, all in one day, starting at noon. We know when we start. We don't know when we're going to stop, Nick. A marathon of marathons, and then back at it on Sunday.
On Sunday, yes, absolutely on Sunday. But I at least like that it's like Saturday at 3:00 in the afternoon and everything is when the main show kicks off. So I knew, I was like, even if he does a 7-hour show, we're out of there at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. No midnight hours for me, TK.
Right. And we know Saturday Night Main Event, 2 hours lickety split. So the interesting thing will be what ends first, All In or Saturday Night Main Event?
Saturday Main Event. I'm putting my bet down now.
You think so? Main Event. That'd be like 6-7 hours, bro. I know. We've done it.
Tell me when it's not feasible. It's not questionable.
It's not impossible. We've done it. So,
and especially you got a Texas death match at the end. You got a couple battle royals and such. There's some time extenders there.
Maybe. Clay Lewis, how you doing tonight? First one in the chat. Welcome back, sir. Kevin, welcome back. Zach, good to see you. Mr. E Cool. Let's go. How you doing? That's us. Andrew, how are you? Welcome back, sir. Love the avatar. Isaac's with us. Or Isaac, C Money. This is for you.
Hello, my friend. We'll meet again. Well, I also like Isaac's comment of he was out here 2 hours beforehand and even knew he was 2 hours before. We got people camping out for these streams.
Dedication. We appreciate it.
We're just Black Friday every day.
Really appreciate it. So much. Yes.
Fair enough. You were looking into the mythos there. You got lost in the sauce.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I got you.
Back to where we were, folks.
All right, back to regular money. We got you. That's me, buddy. He made me sing Creed.
I got distracted.
I imagine why.
Penta, Seth Rollins, Damian, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Again, it is a pretty stacked card, and every single member of the Seth faction all in singles action tonight. So we'll see what that means. Adrian, welcome. Elder Jugalo. Yes, the running man. Let's go. Can we start early? JCW Lunacy is on at 7. We're missing out.
Right. Well, if there is a demand for us, or we ever decide to throw a JCW show on there, it would not be above us. We're not afraid from it, anything like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say never. And I mean, we've literally set up and pivoted to a new show while live because of chat suggestion. That's happened. Again, unscripted, uncensored, unbiased, and yeah, I mean, we've never say never. If it's there, the card looks good, nothing else goes, we'll see.
If the demand is there,
Right?
if you build it, we will come.
Right? Blow up the comment section with what wrestling companies should be covered. Eric, how you doing? Welcome back, sir. Always a pleasure. Rest in peace to Teddy Long's son. Yeah, sad story. So T's and P's out to the Longs, the entire family, Teddy, everybody. Yeah, very sad. Anthony, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. R.S. Anthony and Big Nickonomics.
Big Nickonomics. Word life.
Cherokee George, evening. Oh, Penta and Rollins, tough call, but Rollins should win this one. Who is El Grande Americano's opponent if won? Did they say officially? I know he was going to be in action. I don't know who.
I have seen nothing. I didn't see that he was in action until like we were sitting down and everything.
Right. Safi, welcome back. Cherokee George, we got you. Zayn and Braun Breaker. Poor Sammy. Oh, I don't know. He might find a way to get out of this one. We'll see what happens.
Karrion Kross. Nope, you're losing. The only way he wins is Karrion Kross beats him up and he wins by DQ. Either way, you're getting an ass kick.
Fair enough. What's up, Christian? How you doing, buddy? Dear Wrestling for Life has an awesome 4th of July. Saw the fireworks on the big screen at Hudson Yards. Let's go. And I met some girls. Always good. Fireworks. The way we had pizza and zero sugar Gatorade. Who doesn't love a good zero sugar Gatorade?
Christian is so specific in every comment.
I want to pinch his cheeks.
I know. It's like I had a lemon lime zero sugar Powerade. Right. I only drank 3/4 of it because it made my tummy ache.
What's up, Andy? Good to see ya. Sorry, guys. Love Goldberg, but against Gunther, will this match finish? Can't see Gunther losing, but in the air about this one. I think what we have an opportunity here for, Nick, is Gunther to do Gunther things where he can actually, Goldberg tries to come out of the gate the way he always does, go for that quick kill, and Gunther takes him into deep water, slows it down, lots of chops, lots of strikes, throw him out of the ring, work him on the outside, like slow this one down to get, 10, 12 minutes out of it.
Oh, he's already laid out the game plan. He said it in his promo last week of this match should go 3 minutes, but I'm going to blow you up. I'm going to gas you, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. I know I've said this match should go no longer than 5 minutes at most. Yeah. But I could very much see to where Gunther just drags this man into deep water. I'm thinking that we could see the spear and the jackhammer through a table tonight because that's the most offensive maneuvers Goldberg's going to hit in the rest of this week.
Touche. I don't disagree with that. Very similar to what Gunther did with Pat, right? Drag him along. You're going to go for a ride now. I'm not going to, people expect this match to be under 5 minutes. And the only reason why it's not under 5 minutes is I decided to spend more time enjoying
the meeting. This be more brutal than him versus Pat? Because you'll see an old man who's trying to be younger now. Like you'll see a man who can't get up. Like he's trying to get up, but literally can't.
Yeah, well, that will be the interesting part because that's why I think there's going to be a lot of strikes, a lot of, push Goldberg back into the corner. I don't know how much damage Goldberg wants to take. Like Goldberg has a chance here where some fans out there, feel like he pissed and moaned to get a final match. You get your final match. Are you willing to put on that performance? Are you willing to take, just, 20, 25, 30 chops? Are you willing to let Gunther beat you down for the sake of a quality match? Can you do it? It's your last impression. Can you do it? You got what you wanted, or are you just going to give us the same old, mail it in? Thank you for my paycheck.
I think there's going to be some moments where he's got to have that Hogan-esque moment. And I know that's foul language in the wrestling circles now, calling anyone a Hogan.
I like it.
But no one wanted this last match besides William. No one did. No one asked for this. No one wanted this. And I'm already seeing it. And I hate that I think that this spot's going to happen to where Goldberg's taking chops from Gunther. Yeah. And he does that little snort, head shake thing and fires back up and no-sells it.
Oh, throws him into the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just muscles him into the corner and everything like he did before. And I'm like, I'm going to hate that because you're tearing everything away of you just sold this man who's got the most lethal chops in the game and you no-sell it. You don't just buckle under it and come back with it.
Yeah.
You John Moxley it.
Yeah, I think the safety net for them there is that it's Goldberg, and you're never gonna have to see it again. So they'll put it out of sight, out of mind.
I don't want to see it now, though. I don't want to see it ever. I don't want to see it not way no how.
That's what becomes so intriguing about this match is where are they at as far as coming together to make it make sense, and can they make it quality? Can they overachieve? And we'll see. But Wrestling Rant's back with us. Cherokee, we got you. The Wild Dog versus the Wildcat. We'll get back to that. AJ, I want to have a run, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Anthony, we got you. Terrell Keith Ford, welcome back, sir. Vance, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Big Dog in the house as well. Scott Rizzo with us. Bradley, the one half of the tag team champs. Love seeing it. What's up, Ken? Our promotion ESW in Buffalo on the 26th. Women's champ Christina Marie takes on your girl, Jody Threat. Go, Jody.
Now you pick her. You pick her.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, right. Finally. Michael, welcome back. Good to see you. I'm glad I didn't miss WWE Saturday main event, but is there too much? Yeah, they kind of crammed a lot of things into Atlanta, and I think you and I can talk about this, but it might have hurt overall.
Oh, you got Beyonce there. The ticket sales have been an issue, which, by the way, again, it's always funny how when ticket sales don't matter, then all of a sudden they fucking matter again, but I digress. But there is a lot happening in this weekend, just from WWE. Think about it. You have Monday Night Raw, NXT, you have Friday Night SmackDown, you probably have Speed on Twitter, you've got an LFG episode, I assume, on top of you've got Great American Bash, Saturday Night Main Event, and Evolution.
Right.
Like, you're running 5 shows in 7 days.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And again, it's a busy weekend. You're all in the same market. And like I said, we'll talk about some of the counter booking arguments out there. I know good old Uncle Dave loves to whine and complain, so I'm just a little confused about certain details.
Don't worry, he's confused too.
That's what it is. Damien, the women's triple threat. This is a weird thing. I saw this going around, Nick, where the people believe the IC championship should be the main event of Evolution. Now, some people didn't even really want these two fighting.
I don't know about them not wanting them fight, but what else would be the main event? EO versus Rhea?
Yeah, probably.
Like that. Tiffany versus Trish, I would think would be a strong contender.
Yeah, I'm leaning
because I think that you're going to get a specific outcome out of that, but I digress. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense out of star power and storyline, I guess, or would make for the main event, because everything else you do Jade and Naomi main event.
I would be okay with that, but I'm leaning towards Io Ripley right now.
Roman. Well, it depends on how you have that match going, I think, is. And also, though, do you like the pitchforks of the people that already don't like that Rhea's in all the title matches and everything if you put her in the main event of this?
Nope, I don't think they care, because she's
I know, but
and they're over. So, I mean, at the end of the day, she is who she is. I love Io. Io deserves main event. She's the champion. Make her championship feel meaningful. I'm all for it.
That's an extremely valid point of the whole argument of how she's had zero title defenses since WrestleMania. So you make her the main event of a pay-per-view.
Right. And don't let her lose. Don't let her lose.
That's the big caveat that might have to come with that.
Right. Ronan, good to see you. Go home show as we got a contract signing for Saturday main events between Goldberg. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Vance, big ups to MLW. One hell of a show. Great job. A lot of buzz coming out of MLW. A lot of noteworthy situations have kind of transpired on MLW as of late. So, again, we've watched some MLW in the past. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, our boys there, Bishop Dyer and Dijak, are their tag team champions.
The Skyscrapers.
Yeah, Twin Towers is the name I was going to go with, but that might be more because I'm American, but I digress.
Yeah. There's a joke that I don't.
I know. I set it up that way.
Yeah, I don't think I can follow you. Jerome Ballon, how you doing? Michael, do you gentlemen think that this weekend that there is an overwhelming amount? Yeah, we kind of touched on that. We'll get back into it. A very interesting thing, and I know it's created a lot of online debate, Nick. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
No, for us, because we are Neo and the Matrix. I feel a little bit at times with this. If we watch 4 shows at the same time and everything, I don't know if we've found the limit of too much wrestling for us. So, hands up, hands up.
My brain says yes, there might be, especially with all
my mind telling me, oh, but my body.
Especially with all the shit that goes into it, it's like it's a busy week. We got lots going on. El Grande Americano, yes, let's go. I like it. We'll see what happens with it. Kevin, we got you. Bradley, got you. We'll get back there, Nick.
If we weren't doing this, then so where would your eye spectacles, your focus lie, and everything like that? If we weren't doing this, if you were KJ White, regular Torontonian in the house, weekend off and everything, what are you making sure you watch?
Honestly, on paper, based on like everything, every factor going into it, I think All In is the biggest show of the weekend.
Yep.
Saturday main event's not a pay-per-view. Like NXT, I'm really excited about, and some people have said, I don't really care about Great American Bash. I think it's going to be great. Oh, that was simple.
Unintended.
But, and Evolution, I don't know. I'm not overly excited about Evolution. I mean, the first Evolution sold 10,000 tickets in Long Island. You know, now they're struggling to get 5 for this one. Again, I mean, I hope it's a great show. I hope they show up and show out. I watched the first one recently. I mean, there were crazy things on the card that not everybody was thrilled about back then. Like everybody kind of looks at things with those rose-colored glasses, Nick. But I mean, you had, you know, Trish and Lita taking on Mickie James and Alicia Fox to open Evolution. So it's that kind of show.
Well, yeah, and you got all the ladies wrestling competing against Beyonce. And again, anyone that's watched Thursdays, so the 58-year-old going on 38, Alicia Fox out there. I swear to God, I thought she looks a lot older than she does, respectfully.
Crazy.
But yeah, I agree that All In to me is the show of the weekend.
Yeah, no, I mean, as far as importance and overall what it should be, and I know there's a lot of debate online. We'll probably get into it a bunch this week, but you know, we're talking about numbers and shit. The point is, show up, show out. I've been critical of some of the builds, some of the things that don't make sense. Man, I'll put it this way real quick because we got a minute before we kick this off. They announced an all-star match for Wednesday, and I had to double check with a secondary source to make sure it was an actual real call out, because it didn't make any sense to me that this all-star match is going to happen with who's in it. I was like, wait a minute, let me double check, because I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? But it's funny times for sure.
I'm so fucking sick of the all-star matches, whether they be 6-man, 8-man, 10-man, 12-man. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm sick of the fucking all-star matches. I don't like the all-star game in baseball. I don't like the all-star game in basketball. I don't like the fucking Pro Bowl. Stop this shit, Tony.
Let's go. Ulysses, welcome. Theater, Valadez, welcome. Good to see you.
I'm watching you. I kind of feel like somebody's watching me.
KJ got distracted. Yes, I did. Yeah, probably. No, not quite. I almost made a joke. Good breaks.
He was a bucking bronco with that one, we will say.
Wrestling God, welcome back. I believe Josh. Welcome, Josh. How are you, sir? Paul, I'm eating some chicken, garlic bread, and Coca-Cola. That sounds awesome. Let's go. I got the logo.
Then.
Oh,
I'll stop it now.
We're syncing up now.
And I have the Canadian feed, and I still somehow end up ahead of you.
Right? Forever.
Yes, sir. There we go. Simpatico. Right. It's been a minute. It's all last week. Everything was all shucky ducky quack quack.
A little kerfuffle last week for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we got the big W on the screen. If you want to sync up at home with Nick and I, the show goes on. Spaz, welcome with the $2 super chat. Bird Life. This is a basic Avenomics. I wanted to put a letter in there that wasn't on the screen. felt better.
Well, I think it's because of aviation or
right, avionics.
yeah. It's
Avionics,
you almost want to go like Avon. Are you an Avon
right?
salesman? Are you selling me makeup?
As we get the drone shot to open this one, folks, showing off the busy building.
Right. Ronan, welcome to Monday Night Raw. It's my very first time watching on Netflix. What? You're not going to feel so good. Oh, you've been pirating. You've been Captain Jack Sparrow.
Right. Sami Zayn walking in. Big dog, I see you. Oh, go ahead.
Guys, do you want more all women's wrestling events? Do you think women's wrestling is better than the guys, or you're indifferent?
I don't mind all women events at all. And I think there's more than enough talent to do it. Do I like it better? No. I kind of look at it, a good match is a good match, regardless of gender. So just the way it is.
I think that the amount of talent that they have on the roster warrants it, but do you do it too much and it becomes a gimmick of, I want to sell this and that? Go ahead.
I think as long as you have the talent to back it up, you're not just throwing together completely fluff shows. Like the shows mean something.
But if you do it once every 3 months, then it becomes
no. You would never do it like that. I don't think once a year is perfectly good. As Seth Rollins opens the show, crowd is live tonight.
Should then we do then an all tag team, pay-per-view? Should we do an all cruiserweight pay-per-view? Samoan pay-per-view? We can almost do that now too at this point.
You could definitely do that actually. But hey, like I said with the women, if you have enough talent to justify it, absolutely. And right now in companies like NXT or brands like NXT, the women are better than the men. The women
should be an NXT exclusive thing, because I feel like with the main roster version of it, it relies a lot on legends. It relies a lot on callbacks versus current in the company product.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, if the strength is there, and I mean, this is a time of, where there's so much talent, you sprinkle in a couple veterans, it's a fun show. It's a good, solid, good, solid show to have on your calendar.
Right. Well, a good show, solid talent to have on your roster is Seth Rollins out here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Should this faction be called the Vision or something? Like, can we give them a name or something? Because they've been waiting so long to give them a name, a theme,
right?
Anything to make them feel fully cohesive.
Yeah, we really haven't tagged them with anything yet.
Yeah, but and how do you feel? It's still the like you want to sing with Seth, you want to cheer for Seth.
The sing along is infectious. OBA, how you doing? How you doing? Shit, Bronson's gonna job. I don't know. We'll see. But a lot of people think that Sammy might take the L tonight or get at least cheated into it.
That would be the only way. I think outside of this, they just stomp through everybody. I think Penta might be the one most likely to get a win, actually.
Right.
Because does Philip Seymour Brooks interfere? And I have a theory before Seth starts talking, so I'll bring it up. Does Roman return and cancel out Seth cashing in?
It could. I mean, we haven't had unsuccessful cash in since what, Corbin?
Yeah, well, and it would also with Seth, if you feel like he's so confident to cash in, like it's all predetermined, and you rewrite the greatest heist in the century.
Right. Yeah, he runs down at the perfect time. It looks like he's just going to repeat history, and either music hits or he gets eaten by a spear. Why not? I mean, if you really want to hype that up, not a bad place.
Because I think that's their WrestleMania match, and then like right as Seth's about to go for a stomp on, say, Punk, after he's beating Gunther at SummerSlam, he's about to hit a stomp on Punk, spear out of nowhere.
Yeah, it could definitely work. Spaz with another $5 super chat quickly. TJ Jordan, welcome, Anthony. All the Anthonys, Ringsider Anthony's here as well. Shout out Boston, Dale the OG 316. Welcome back, sir. Richard, Damian, Safi, got you. I think we got almost everyone. Fire Mark's back with us. Let's go, folks. Blow up this chat. Keep it coming as Braun has a mic.
Yeah. I am standing here But Spaz with a $5 super chat. AW doesn't have All Stars. Hey, now get your game on. They have all the stars we have left matches. Yeah, you're not fully wrong. Just you could have some fucking singles matches. You could have a fucking just a regular tag match and shit.
It's I don't get the decision making. I know
he books like universe mode just on crack.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's I know I've ruffled some feathers with my opinion of certain things going on in AEW lately, but I mean, at the end of the day, none of like I get it. If you're out there and you're like, this is the best shit ever, and like you got to be realistic. Like it's messy, and there's a lot of big plot holes in just about everything that's happening.
I have a question for All In, but I'll save it till we get to a commercial break or anything. Is Braun's an all right promo. Braun's an all right promo.
No, he's good. Heel promo, he's really good. And he's got the crowd fired up.
He's got the Scott personality.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, now, Kevin, your constituent, your compadre, sat there and said he should be thrown in jail for his spray tan.
Well, I don't disagree. We talk a lot about the spray tan around here. He's a very
well, that's because we're two pasty Caucasian males.
Right. Actually, I'm doing all right here.
I mean, I'm Italian, so I got an olive glow. So
right. Blue steel. Right. I do not like green exam. Theater, says theater.
Oh, is that the new way of saying cinematic? Or cinema?
Right?
Oh, theater.
Oh, Paul's face. I promise you, Sammy.
It's so funny because we have old Goldberg still showing up when I'm watching new Goldberg on my screen every week.
Right.
Like I'm seeing what Goldberg could have, should have, would have been if he had a personality, if he had charisma, or this thing called, what is it? Talent.
I like how they're selling Braun on this. Like Seth pushes Paul, like, go get the mic. And then Paul does it like he's terrified.
Yeah, but you build him up. He's the unhinged dog. This is evolution.
Right?
He's Batista. He's the animal.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Did you see Izzy kid put a tweet out when he did the barking thing backstage? Right. And she's like, Braun every time Amazon shows up.
Right. Oh, the other Braun's got the mic.
Yeah, this man went from J&J security to Braun and Braun security.
The crowd started doing the song again, and they like stopped them. Like, wait.
Well, Bronson's the one that's a bit more interesting of seeing him out there cutting a promo. He's more, I'll show you in the ring guy.
I'm the guy that gave him six tsunamis. Wow. Freudian motherfucker.
I gave him sex tsunami.
Sex tsunami. It's a whole different, that's a bad night. That's your first
or
night.
Good night, depending on how you view it.
Hope it's not your
that
first
might be
night.
The best night of your life, folks.
No, hope it's not your first night in prison.
Oh, tsunami.
Who is Reed fighting? The buffet? Oof.
No.
Be nice.
He's taking on Jay Uso. He's taking on former world champion. Like, that's the thing is Bronson Reed is known as the guy that decimated Seth Rollins, is the guy that decimated CM Punk.
Right. It's true. Go, Alexis, good to see this group does not make a lick of sense. It's why? What's the issue? What do you mean? I don't understand the idea.
How? That's the thing is you can just say that, but you have to show your work on that because, like,
what doesn't make sense?
This is like 3-man power trip. Like, I'm almost halfway of like, all right, so Seth's what? Shane Douglas, Braun's just incredible before he became a shyster, and Bronson Reed is Bam Bam. Then, gentlemen, my name is
Paul. It hard. Crowd goes with them. Are they the Empire?
The Empire Strikes Back.
Are they the Empire?
Well, no, that might just be a Star Wars reference.
I know, but are you trying to make me think something here, Paul? Reed looks smaller.
The Empire Strikes First.
What's up, Jose? What's up, JV? What's up, Mega? Safi, Lady B.
Paul putting Braun over, and Braun Breaker saying I'm not going to try and follow that promo.
No. LeBron's Breaker. That 10 is Craig. 100%, Lady B.
Yeah, he is a honey baked ham or a Thanksgiving turkey at best.
Right. Bo, welcome. Reed beat the respect into Seth. Funny, my old man did the same thing to me. at least that's what he told me.
My old man's still trying.
It's on site every time I see him. It's bullshit. 40 years later.
Exactly. Family reunions become WrestleMania, my guy.
Let's go. That's an insult to General comparing Braun to Goldberg. Oh, I'll tell you more you than me.
Yeah, well, I think it's more of an insult towards Braun, towards Gold William.
3-man power trip. Let's go, Damian. Your ass, not mine. Sheesh.
Pause.
Right. 3-man power trip says Anthony as well. I feel like this promo is going nowhere. It's just hyping up the night. Hyping up the matches we got tonight, trying to hype up a little bit of what Seth's got going on. But remember, all three of them are in action, so.
It's the tone setter a bit, and that's why, like I said, I think this show's stacked. I wonder how it does as a go-home show, but I think from top to bottom, this show is stacked. Like, as a weekly show, this sounds great. I wonder how it works out as a go-home show.
Yeah, you say that before, and we've had this debate. Like, yeah, I get it, but like, I mean,
there's a slight difference.
You have Seth, Braun, and Bronson all in action.
Oh no, I'm not.
Sammy, like,
I hope it does well. I think it will do well. I'm just saying that there is.
I don't know what you book an alternative is all.
What?
Star Wars reference? Yes, it was. Sexonomy, that's a new way to call it.
That's when you make a fucking crane while you're doing the thing.
Right. Dun, dun, dun.
Laughed at my origami joke. Okay.
I missed it.
Heyman handing the mic off to Seth again. I like that the Money in the Bank briefcase holders have custom briefcases.
I like it. I think that's the way they should do it from now on. They're going to sell a ton of those things. Anthony already bought his Naomi one.
Fair enough. If not, he already just brought a briefcase and just made a Naomi one.
Right.
A big Punk chance. To Monday Night Rollins.
There you go. So they get to the point, like Michael Cole said, some bold predictions. We'll see what happens here tonight. I imagine one of them might start off the show with a match, but apparently not.
Well, and I would also think that we're going to have more layering of stories throughout this. Like I expected an LA Knight at some point. If this is your go-home show, this would be the last time those two can interact before Saturday's main event. But that might probably happen now during the Penta Rollins match.
Could definitely. I mean, all three matches are kind of up for grabs with as far as who could get involved. This segment is just to showcase new faction. I completely agree. Just a little bit of air time for your top heel faction to kind of come out and flex. I got no problem with it.
No one was complaining when Roman Reigns did the exact same thing.
No.
So I'll leave it at that.
And again, they have 3 matches tonight. So it wasn't so much, they're building the story. They're letting everyone know who they're focused on. As we go back to Judgment Day becoming tag champs,
which I really like. We're getting back to Judgment Day holds all the gold, and I wish there was more of a Raw tag division. Finn shining belts.
Well, I mean, I think JD winning the Raw titles helps that division, and we'll see what happens. I mean, even if we go back to JD versus the
we have an in memoriam of Liv Morgan.
Seth Rollins group, the Black Tie Society.
I see what he halfway did there, though, because of Tyler Black.
Not bad, not bad. I get it. I see you. Serpentico versus John Cruz versus Bendo Joe. Okay.
At least it's not bend over.
Right. Kiwan, good to see ya. Good to see ya. El Juggalo saying, suck it, WWE, JCW. I must be missing out. OTC. It was a good segment because they finally let Reed and Breaker talk. It made no sense for them to follow Seth for no reason. They need personal motives and being in the group with him. So I agree with that, right? You put this group together. We haven't heard from Bronson or Braun, and you give them a chance on the mic with the support of Seth and Paul. Seth doesn't have to do the talking tonight at all. I love how they sold us on Braun as, get well soon. What?
Get well soon pick from AJ and AJ Styles.
I like this. This is good shit for AJ.
I got a contract, but you know that means AJ's winning, right?
I want him to. Yeah, I hope so. I want AJ to kind of become the face of the division and put him in there with really solid wrestlers and let him cook. Let him be a workhorse on kind of, one of his bigger runs to kind of wrap this all up.
Well, how do you feel that he's allegedly signed a 1-year contract? Everyone didn't know if he was going to be out, but he signed allegedly a 1-year extension and he's publicly been one of those of, I don't want to still be wrestling when I'm like 50, 53, 55, all that. So I know when I'm going to call it.
All right. We got Kairi Sane coming out. She will be taking on Roxanne. I will put a poll up. Let us know who you take and who do you like. Who is going to get the W? But Rock's taking on Kairi. Let's go.
But this goes to me to show
what
just the insane depth that they have on their roster to where this is a peripheral match at best. This is a match that might be loosely tied into a storyline, but it's Kairi Sane versus Roxanne Perez.
Right. Good question from Brandon. Over under 50% chance Roman returns on this Saturday.
Under
50?
He doesn't show up on a Saturday main event. Where does he show up? Seth LA Knight?
Maybe. I put it less than 50.
I think Roman shows up at a cash-in.
Okay. I put it at 20%.
Oh, if we're doing actual percentage, then I'll go 5-10.
Okay. Fair enough. I like that. $10 from Mr. Spaz. We appreciate the super chats, folks. Remember, that's your way to guarantee we click on you. We try and click on more live chat messages than any other channel out there, but it gets busy and we do our best. It is no secret I'm not the biggest fan of AEW. And I'm certainly not prone to hyperbole, but Jake and I have all the best best all in preview, so detailed, so fantastic, so level and unbiased. Go check out Spaz. Go check out Jake, one of the big supporters of our channel. Go give them some love. And
wait. No, I was just going to say, should I read it in the way that I think Spaz would appreciate it being read and everything?
Go ahead.
Let it have the best, so detailed, so fantastic, so great, so level-headed and so unbiased. I've never seen a guy more unbiased about AEW in my life.
Right. Thank you, Spaz. Watching this ad-free is much better. Thank you. There you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go. It's so much better. We are back in a minute. I like the little countdown that I know when they're coming back Kyrie in the ring right now, setting up, and
I'm still getting used to it of having to pay attention that there's the counter in the corner. But yeah, it does help, honestly, with the pace of the viewing of the show and everything like that. If you don't get those big jarring moments that pull you out of everything.
Oh yeah, I think it sucks, especially quick. And like they said, like we that Braun Breaker clothesline on the table, okay, it was like a really cool thing that he does. Now it became a commercial spot, and it now took out like you don't even care for the move, the fucking really cool move. But 2 minutes into a match, when a guy explodes another guy over a table, don't go to break. What are we doing? Do that coming out of break.
Yeah, well, that just became like so much of like the norm of here's the big spot that we have it, and so here we'll cut away so this guy can recover. And I think that might more explain the whole why he's back in the ring fighting when we come back from commercial.
Right? Where the F is Ilya rehab.
Yeah, he's still allegedly, supposedly, could be tomorrow, could be months away.
Yeah. I think originally we were thinking like late August, September, and you know how athletes are, wrestlers have been in the past. Could he be closer than we think? Yes.
Everybody jumped it up because that's what they wanted when it came to the King of the Ring tournament and everything of, well, we want it and give me what I want. So fuck your health, fuck your timeline, heal better, heal faster.
Corey gets freaky with Carmella. Is he role playing Paul Burchill?
No, he's playing Captain Jack Sparrow.
He plays Macho and Elizabeth. Come on, let's be real.
So you, KJ, you were making eyes for Elizabeth out there. Yeah.
Zaruka is the NXT team. Yeah, so Sol Ruka and Zarya will be in the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag titles.
Did that officially get announced?
Yes, just on our screen.
Oh, I fucking fully missed that, as I've got Kyrie Sane right now missing back elbows on Roxanne.
I got a side headlock.
Yes, we're right there.
Okay, Rox 57%, Kyrie 43%. So pretty neck and neck vote from the chat here tonight, folks. It's nice to see Kyrie back. Big fan of what Roxy's done, and these two should be good. We'll see how this ties in. We have one more team to figure out for the Fatal 4-Way.
What debilitating injury will Roxanne fall in this match?
Right.
Does Kyrie Sane go 3 for 3 because she's got Zoe Starks, Liv Morgan.
No, don't put that evil out there. Not Roxy. Come on now.
I'm sure Twitter already has, so I'm just
shit. Oh, Rox dodges the swinging back fist. Over under of surprise returns or any other female wrestlers at Evolution, KJ. I mean, we get a few. I could see through 3 maybe surprises. I mean, there will be people in the crowd. How do we count surprises on this one? There'll be a lot of alum kicking around.
Set the line though at 3, because that might be, who do you see show up in a battle royal? Allegedly, AJ Lee.
We'll see. If she's in it, she's got to win it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like you even said, does panning to someone in the crowd count as a surprise?
Yeah, I mean, no, it couldn't. Does it? I don't think so. It's hard.
It would have to be in ring.
Right. I think Roxanne got her side plates. I believe she did, sir. That is correct. Did Teddy Long die? No, JV. Rest in peace to Teddy Long's son passed away.
Which that's gotta like double suck of having to bury a child.
It's not the way it's ever supposed to be, and you hope that you get to play it out the way it's supposed to go, and keep the circle of life strong. But that's a heartbreaking one,
right?
Ronan saying it's got a better, different feel. I like it. Feels big.
Roxanne,
running big elbow.
Yeah. No, I was saying on like the Hurricane Ron and Roxanne was a little delayed self. Like, oh, and then I flip.
Now I fall.
Right.
GCW,
This is the part where you fall down now.
Right? GCW just invaded JCW. We know they've had a working relationship. We know they've done some stuff. I'm sure it's nothing but chaos right now, Juggalo. Keep us posted.
Does Nick Gage count as an invasion?
Yeah, definitely. Usually of the home
He's
style.
a one-man army if you've ever seen one.
Usually of the home variety.
Well, is it that or is it Joey Janela?
Oh, dude, I saw some pictures that made me question this world this week. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't get it. The man must have a sales pitch like nothing else.
He's got a pitch or something, but El Juggalo 100%. Let us know what's going on with JCW and, you know, fight the good fight. Tell us we need to cover more live JCW.
Right.
First in contact with Shaggy and Violent J and everything like that.
Let's go.
We'll have to. We'll 100% have them on there. We'll have a tag stream tag team interview.
The Juggalo movie is on Tubi, if anyone was wondering. I stumbled upon that a couple nights ago. So shout out.
Big Money Rustlers, or is it Big Money Hustlers? There's which one's the first and there's the sequel.
Big Money Hustlers was the sequel, I thought.
Fair enough.
But yeah, a little bit sloppy on some of the transitions for sure, Opie. OPA, he's like half Canadian for sure. But
Minnesota,
couple spots that were a little sloppy.
Well, it's Kyrie hasn't had a full match yet since she's been back. Everything's been cut short.
Right. I like this from Scott. A ghost pepper wing should be eaten when someone gets a match winner wrong from the prediction show. That's jokes. We're not going to do that on a weekend when there's like 22 matches. But maybe we'll do it one night. We'll call it the way we see it. And if you picked wrong, you eat a wing.
Or we'll have to do, I mean, where they got the bacon club, we got the jalapeno bacon sauce and everything like that. That might be more of a palatable of, especially if you got to watch 72 matches and still host a show, you might be able to palate those down.
Right. What's up, MDB, Kneepap Patrol? Don't know if I said hello yet. Bash 8's back in the house. KJO here volunteering, Nick D. Yeah, there you go. I mean, he's the king right now.
He's a better bitch because I won last time.
You're the king. You should
have my royal subject, so I will strike this down and everything. Yeah, but no. That's why you're in Slayer. All right, yeah, come on. Test their might.
Let's go.
You are Shrek and I'm Lord Farquaad. Is that what we're saying there with this?
That's not nice. He's just a donkey.
Some of you may know.
Oh, nice move.
Well, it's one of those. It's interesting of how you're going to get a ton of pressure when you're already bridging to get a Kimura.
Right. It looked awkward. Like it looked uncomfortable.
Right. Oh, I know exactly the meme he's referencing. Well, hello, mother.
Well, hello, mother. Yeah, 100%.
Paul Carpenter. Are we really the only ones in the chat who agree with each other? What did Paul say? Paul, I need somebody. I'm absolutely sick of seeing Fantastic Four movies every 5 years.
It's true. It's really true.
Are you sick of Fantastic Four movies or just Marvel movies?
I mean, Marvel has
Marvel jumped the shark?
Oh, definitely. I think Disney jumped the Marvel shark, but that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, Fantastic Four just never. They never really got it right. I thought the first one was all right, and then things got weird, and never really. It hasn't really done well. We'll see how this one goes.
Fair enough. I will admit I am more excited for this new layout can be up, but I'm more excited for culminality, the new
culmination.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Of Doomsday and Secret Wars and everything. Of how are we going to build a new? But build a new. I'm going to go find a new, or at least a new. I will be right back, sir.
1, 2. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Show rolls on, and Roxy gets the 2 count, folks. We got more coming your way. We're hitting the 8:30 mark here, so halfway through the first hour. This match has gone for quite a while. It's been not a bad match. The crowd, popping the shoulder. Pig Nickonomics, a.k.a. Ghost Pepper King. Let's go. He got away with it. The champ, the king. Ironheart was a really good one. One of my high school classmates had a cameo in episode 4. There you go. Let's go. Why are we getting Alexa versus Charlotte as a team? Because it keeps them busy and they have nothing else to do. Right? Because if you're Charlotte or Alexa, you're always going to be sniffing around those titles. You're always going to get close to those titles. So it's something for them to kind of do. They might even win them. They'll do the whole, reluctant tag team. Like the match on Friday, I thought they did it really well, where they're almost just winning out of spite. Another 2 count. The match continues. What are you excited for more? Seth Rollins, LA Knight, or Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre? I think overall Seth in LA, just because what I think the match is going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Seth has really strong matches. I like Randy Drew. I think it's going to be a banger, but slight edge to Seth and LA. No offense meant, but no parent should live their children. Thoughts and prayers, the condolences to that of Teddy Long, family, and friends. I completely agree. It should never happen, and in a perfect world, it wouldn't. Down Kyrie firing up. I completely agree and absolutely appreciate that, and I'm sure Teddy does as well. CM Craven the Hunter is really good. Craven was decent. I thought Thunderbolts was pretty good. Superhero movies in general. Superman is a simp. That's hilarious. I like that. That's a fun. Let's have that fun debate. Raquel pulling Roxy out of the way. Kyrie going to the top. Nick is going to check his dictionary and see. Made me think of American Pie. Culmination. Kyrie taking Raquel down. Roxy taking advantage. Both women back in. Popped up randomly. Like I know. And she gets the backside. She gets the pin. So maybe this sets up Kyrie picks a partner. But Kyrie gets a big win. 0-1. Wow. If take enough vitamins, all the superhero movies are fun. You have to, Jose. That's almost a given. But I mean, I think I use that excuse for every movie. I remember collecting Marvel Comics as books. The cards. I was an avid card collector. I had a lot of comics, but I loved the cards. I think being kind of a sports guy growing up, like the stats. I like the stats. But we got company. Asuka's here. So, I mean, not a bad setup as the tag champs. We'll have Zarya, Sol Ruka, Asuka, Kyrie. And she spins around, back fist, down goes. Let's go. And Liv and not Liv, Alexa with Charlotte. So all around, that tag match pretty stacked, pretty filled. As Raquel got Asuka up. The Tahana bomb, kick to the belly. She turns it into the armbar over the top rope. And Raquel gets dumped. What did you think of Jacob Fatu? Naomi started the fireworks recently in SmackDown. Probably, if anyone else. No gas, all gas, no brakes. Go boom. This fight continues. I will say they've given this situation a lot of time here tonight. Asuka again, a big pop as she sets up Roxy. Kyrie to the top. Here she comes. Insane elbow. Down goes Rox. Asuka, Kyrie. The Kabuki Warriors back together. Looking good. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Are Asuka and Kyrie gonna be in the Fatal 4-Way? I think so. I jumped the shark. They haven't announced it, but I'm guessing. Charlotte needs Alexa at the moment to kind of dissipate all the negativity directed towards her. Yeah, you keep her away from the title and you force her into a heel. The fans love Alexa. There's a big fanfare for Alexa. The fans naturally kind of want to cheer Alexa at this point. So it works well. You put them together. They don't really like each other. Keeps them busy, keeps them relevant. If it pays off for them having a match, I'm all for it. Alexa, Charlotte, we've been there before. And ultimately, I think, like I said, it's keeping them busy. As we go back to last Monday, Karrion Kross taking out Sammy. There you go. Absolutely, absolutely. Stacked Fatal 4-Way. I felt the same way Dan Marino had to wear 2 knee braces. Oh, I don't know what MDB said, but I'll take your feel. Oh, I hear you. It's tough to watch sometimes, right? And you realize how much wear and tear they're putting on their bodies and how the impact. Some of our faves all walking around with braces of various kinds. Didn't expect that outcome. Not bad. Is Alexa enough to put over Charlotte? I think so. I think because people like Alexa so much, and Charlotte, just be a heel Charlotte. I don't know whose idea is it to keep bringing her back as a baby face. It never works. It never works. It never pans out. She just is a natural heel, and the fans struggle to get behind her. You need an Uber. You need like a female Logan Paul to really get Charlotte down as a baby face. So I think Alexa can do the job here. And I mean, watching them on Friday, if they kind of keep doing this reluctant and tag team, but accidentally finding ways to win, it might work. It might work. We've been down this road before. I'm good with it. I think with all the talented women they have on the roster, you have to use them. You have to have a mid card. You have to have secondary storylines outside of your world champions. And that's something we've been critical of all companies for. And I think NXT is at the top of the heap, but I think Raw and SmackDown do a pretty good job. TNA is doing a pretty good job. I think AEW needs to do a better job, but that's a different story for another day. Leave it to Asuka to start party, especially the weekend after. Let's go. As I got Sammy on the screen right now, folks, triple digits in the chat. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Be a part of all the shows. Be a part of the family. Make sure you don't miss a minute. We got more coming your way. So up next, oh, wait, we got Scarlett. The spiky bombs. Even distracting Jackie. Okay. Kross, Sammy not done. Sammy could be in trouble here, folks. But we go to a commercial break, and it looks like Sammy and Braun will be next. We will put that in a poll for everybody. Oh, I got the New Day on the screen right now. New Day. All right. What are they wearing now? What is happening? Who can see the New Day right now? See you at the crossroads. You won't be lonely. What is happening? All They're saying the division is dead. The tag team division died June 30th, 2025. Nick thought the women's tag team division was dead. Apparently, the men's is too. We're looking at. I need 6 likes to get to 100, folks. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you're here right now. We need 6 likes to get to 100. 105 people in here, and if everyone tells one friend, we'll be over 200. So be a friend, tell a friend. As I don't know who can see this right now. Braun Breaker for the win. Let's go. I would rather the New Day completely change, but just be serious and heels than the comedy act. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar for me, Boston. They're kind of rubbing me the wrong way the Bucks are rubbing me the wrong way. Like if you were this veteran tag team that felt slighted and you had a bit of a chip on your shoulder, I'm with you. But I kind of liked some of the stuff they had done. But does it get too campy? Is it too childish? I find it's got that Young Bucks vibe, and you can let me know how you feel. But it's just too. You take the poison out of the bite when it's silly. Speaking of the when it's
poison
silly,
in the bite, or am I silly? Which one am I, sir? Go pick your poison here. But it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Right. AD and AZ, never solo. There's always a friend. Never solo. We're nothing but family. We got numbers in droves. Let's go.
Nick, we got all the targets to pull up out here.
Right? The New Day are in mourning, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was. Yeah, they're boys to men. One. Yeah, so that was on a commercial, by the way, for anyone in the US. That was all a commercial.
Bliss Fair. What about Fair Bliss? Flair Bliss? Bliss Flair?
I'm blissfully unaware.
Right. Big pop for Scarlett. I think she got a big pop for her big pops.
Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it.
Right. As I got Pierce with Alpha Academy or American Made, my bad.
I mean, one and the same.
Right. Yeah. Fox didn't do too well with some of their endeavors into comic book movies.
Oh, we could get into that.
No,
that'll be a whole members only.
Right.
Of the comic book men unite.
I'll do everything like comic book style, and we'll talk all day about it.
I can wait to see us like in comic book pages of like you and I of like an epic battle, like punching each other midair shit.
Right. Kofi stole his mother's funeral clothes. Okay, so what just happened? Oh, shit.
Pierce told them they have the night off. And Asuka barges in with Kyrie saying, No.
So it looks like the Kabuki Warriors, now being called the Kabuki Warriors, are going to be added to the Fatal 4-Way, Nick. Pretty stacked Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny that they had to rebuild a division that they chose to destroy, but I feel like, are they not almost favorites now, Kabuki Warriors?
Yeah. I mean, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte should be a good team, but they don't like each other. Kabuki Warriors are outstanding. So, yeah, why would they not be favorites? I mean, Sol Ruka and Zarya, the rookies, underdogs, but could do it. And then the champs.
They'll have a good showing. Maybe it'll reinvigorate the discussion for NXT women's tag belts.
Right.
Because that was the thing once upon a time. Yeah. Oh, we got a Nikki Bella package.
Nikki Bella on the screen, folks.
Oh, I was going to say, we're both trying to find it. Now, again, how do you feel of the Bellas involved, Nikki Bella? Like, are you waited with bated breath for Nikki Bella to have a match?
No. And her face looks different.
Yeah. Plastic surgery will do that. Just allegedly, accusations.
accusations. She wants one more. She's pulling a Goldberg. She's pulling a Goldberg.
But again, no one fucking asked for this except for you.
I want one more moment. So she was supposed to fight Liv, no Liv, but they don't want to burn the other storyline, so she doesn't have an opponent.
We paid her a lot of money to be here, so
Okay.
who can we put her against?
So is it a Nikki Bella open challenge? Oh, wait, she wants to fight Clash of Paris.
Well, now that's we
Okay,
kick
wait a
the
minute.
bucket down the fucking rail here of we know we can't build anything that's going to be worth a fuck for Evolution, so I'm going to build it towards Clash in Paris because
I see.
I'm kicking the shit down the fucking rail here.
Yeah, I hear you. Interesting. So yeah, she wants to fight somebody at Clash. So that's why. So she's going to be in the Battle Royal now at Evolution to get the shot to go to Paris.
Good, so she can lose and no one will fucking care.
Joshy, take a pill, bro. Take a pill. What Bella Army? Yeah, Bella suck.
I was like, my name's not Joshy. Who's Joshy?
Oh no, that's Rustin Gold. I believe the name is Josh.
No, you do you, boo boo. Woosah.
Woosah. As I told other people this week, you do not work there.
More Bella hate in the chat. You goddamn right, because I don't stand fucking Nikki Bella or Brie Bella, and I don't want them on any bit of my fucking television screen.
Right.
What's she gonna do now?
But here comes Sami Zayn. I'm going to step out, Mr. Nick. But I
fair enough. Well, if I see a Kevin Owens running, I'm gonna know what happened here.
Stay tuned, folks. You never know.
Right, but Sami Zayn taking on Braun Breaker right now, and this again to me is where this show feels absolutely stacked. Does it? And again, there is the differentiator of having a really good show and having a really good go-home show. And it's one that builds towards the pay-per-view as he's already jumped coming down the entranceway by carrying Cross. I thought it was going to happen during the match, but Cross already jumping this man. Which again, by the way, I always find it so funny of everyone's like, oh, we got a lead pipe. Sami's got busted up ribs and he's got a lead pipe. Home run, back. Karrion Kross just sent Sami Zayn's rib cage into the upper deck here. But as Pierce and the officials get involved, but again, I always find it funny with this whole, oh, well, their contract's really up as they're very clearly getting pushed and getting used and getting over. But I don't know if they're going to re-sign. Who really thinks they're not going to re-sign? It's the same thing with AJ. It's the same thing with Gary. And I'm like, if you literally think about it for more than 2 seconds, why would they not? As I'm in, well, I've got action right now as I know everybody else is in a commercial for about 3 minutes. But Sami getting all sorts of bandaged up and carted off here. So we might not even have this match. Fans love Cross. Yeah, he's become much more the Sami Zayn underdog from the underground. Karrion Kross might be my new favorite wrestler for this. That's because you hate Sami. Are they chanting, we want Cross? They may. We have little man up in the front row there. Dale, what up? Saying facts, soft it. Nick, what do you think, Alexa and Charlotte? The Woo Fighters, the Wu-Tang Clan. It was right there before all our eyes. Some variant of that, but yeah, the Woo Fighters. I don't dislike that at all, and I even like how we called it live, and a lot of other people caught on of when she tagged her with the little pat on the head. That was an actual tag in. So it was the double fucking disrespect as Sami's still fighting his way to the ring. Sami Zayn about to sit there and face the man infamous for the spear and going after people's rib cage in a singles match. I mean, there's one aspect of being brave, and there's another aspect of being stupid. Not likely. Well, I don't know what Dale said. Again, what? I don't think I'm going to move past that from MGB. Did we just see Liam Neeson in the Naked Gun reboot? Yes. I watched that actually, the trailer with the missus, because we had our own little at-home movie night and everything. And was watching through all the trailers. I actually watched Sinners, which I'm going to give more of a plug to Max than AW, or I will say Max ever does to AW. But no, watch Sinners out there on Max, and hell of a goddamn good movie. Nice movie night at home and everything. Spoiler alerts. But I got Sammy still firing up, trying to just, find his piece here. And Adam Pearce is going to let him do it. Let this man compete with already taped up ribs after he's been hit with a lead pipe against a guy that is known for spears that tear people in half. As I'm coming back from commercial here, I would let Scarlett, oh, Christ almighty, Chris, again, act like you're saying this in public, because guess what? You are, folks. So, again, keep in mind what you're saying publicly out loud. Why is Big E and Jey Uso in a commercial with a mini horse? I did not see a commercial. I got the VPN. I got Urban VPN, hashtag not sponsored. And so I sat there, and I now no longer have the commercial breaks here. I got this lovely KJ Canadian feed and everything. So I get that fresh, untapped pro wrestling, which honestly, I will say, again, not sponsored by any sort of VPN or anything, but I will say in the discussion we've had of having less advertisements for it very much enhances the fucking product. Is good fucking God. This entrance for Braun Breaker. Holy shit. I know I was saying it in jest and everything with comparing him to fucking Goldberg, but good God, they setting this man up like Metallica just showed up. But folks, let us know what you're taking, whether you're taking Sami Zayn and all of his discombobulated broken ribs, or Braun Breaker and the dogs in the house. Ho, 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 ho. I skipped back to read that from Chris. Fair play, Mega. I don't know what she was reading, but I got Spaz with a $5 super chat. Alexa is blissfully unaware that Charlotte be a very fair weather friend. In other news, the pools on the Titanic are still full. I like all of that. But yes. At least they didn't, you didn't go down there with an Xbox controller trying to see if you could find it. Anthony, Sinners is one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Well done and well written too. Thank you, Anthony. And that's around your respect for your neck of the woods. It's Mississippi versus Atlanta. But yeah, no. And there was a lot of, I'll say this as the match is about to kick off. This last thing I'll say, pitching this movie and everything, of a lot of stylistic and artistic choices and everything that were made in that. And why I really like the director who directed it, made and everything. It was very From Dusk Till Dawn meets Django is, I guess, the best comparison I've seen made. But yeah, it was a solid movie all the way out. I don't know if it's one of those that, because it was one of the good movies of 2025, so everybody loved it exponentially and beyond, but really solid, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's on Max. Go and watch it. Okay, I laughed hard. Nick almost read it. Yeah, no. At times, huh? Again, act like you're grown. Act like you're saying this in public. Act like you're saying this in front of your mother here a little bit. We're going to read this out loud here. So don't get us canceled. We're just trying to start here. Boo, Nick, you're supposed to suffer through commercials with us. No, I've been doing it. I've been having to play lifeguard and everything. Oh, we got a commercial. KJ, pause, because everything's been all time delayed and taped and everything else like that. Taped like Sami Zayn's rib cage. So yeah, no. As speaking of that, Braun Breaker just rips off the bandage and throws it at Sami's head. So Braun Breaker's just destroying Sami Zayn right now. Anthony, I'm going to see Superman, or what do you think about the trailer? Real quick, I will say this. Superman, I still might see it at some point. Depends on what happens and everything. I'm not super enthralled to actively go and see it. Like, I'm more excited to see Fantastic Four, respectfully, than Superman. I think Superman, I like James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I like James Gunn with Guardians of the Galaxy when he has oddball shit. I don't need oddball shit in Superman and everything, especially when you're rebooting it. And I think it's gonna be a lot of oddball shit. As I got a belly-to-belly suplex from Braun onto Sami. Chris B, do you think if Goldberg and Trish as world champion will bring up the ratings? No, maybe. If we're going to have to sit there and have a ratings discussion, maybe Trish, but Goldberg, nah. I say nay. I think most of the people that would know who Goldberg still is, and especially if Goldberg went over Gunther, are already watching pro wrestling. You're not engaging any more viewers. You might get in some lapsed fans, some thirsty fans, if Trish Stratus is a champion, but I'll say that. As I got Sami. Oh, went for the double axe handle, but got caught in the rib cage here. Lady B. Nick not being flagrant about his Canadian Connect. We get it. You got the plug. Well, no, I just found the plug, and I sat there and explained to everybody how you can get the free plug and all of that. So I got the hookup. I'm trying to let the streets know about the hookup. Trust me, how many years have I been doing this with KJ? And now I just got the plug. Now we finally get international here. Spear. And getting voice crack of the night. Aiden is the breaker about to feast on all you can eat baby back ribs. Oh, I'm up, can eat back ribs. Barbecue sauce. Whoa! Braun, and I like that he winds up the spear. Now, granted, that was a little bit more of a clothesline than an outright spear. Being on a show the replay, I doubt you that they will, because it was very much more of my forearm hits your rib cage more than my shoulder did. But yeah, I like that Braun has to get the momentum. Man using physics. He's using that Steiner math out here. Anthony, why do you love me? Because we all love Anthony. How was it after those spicy wings? Straps down as Braun's firing up. Slingshot. Double slingshot spear. Braun destroying Sami. 1, 2, 3. As is seen as foretold, the man predominantly who uses rib-based offense in his repertoire, picks up the win on Sami Zayn with the bandaged ribs. And now is Sami written off for a while. He already got jumped getting to the match and now got his already broken rib cage further destroyed during the match. Mr. E. Cool. I'm more excited for Batman Hush. Are they actually going to make that a movie? That's been rumored for the longest time. I'll really and I'll say too, are they going to make it a live action movie? If it's an animated movie, cool. I bet you would probably see that half a dozen times and all that. But Yeah, make it a live action. Go nitty gritty with getting Batman. That's the thing, is Batman's supposed to be gritty and not just fantastic. But anyways, Mega's 0-2. No, I played football. I definitely know how this feels. Absolutely. Well, football, if you play any contact sport, lacrosse, hockey, anything. If I hit him high, hit him high. And you hit him low, hit him low. And again, you rip the bandage off and throw it in this man's face. Sane is helpless, defenseless. I love this song. I think we get Batman, the war on jokes, and riddles before Hush. Fair enough. Well, I'll put a linchpin in the comic discussion of members only stream, which I'm sure will be coming sooner rather than later and everything. And if you aren't already, be a member. That's when we can dive all the way fully into DC versus Marvel. We can have the war on comics instead of the war on wrestling. Nick again, what do you think of the rumors about Cody Rhodes starring in the upcoming Street Fighter movie alongside Roman Reigns? I think the Street Fighter movie is going to be very interesting based on its casting. I think even before Roman and Cody were casted, when you're getting Brendan Schultz as Dan, when you're getting very unique, like most people cast in that movie are cast for what they're known outside of acting. So that's when it gets very interesting. Is I've got the Viking Raiders and the grieving New Day. I do halfway think this is going to be interesting if this is where they go with their gimmick, but at the same time, this whole heel New Day has been a fucking waste of time, if we're being honest. Now you're really going to come back on that? Speaking of a man who's never a waste of time, he's always spending all of his time out here with us and everything.
Right. I mean, again, I talked about it they give me Young Buck vibes.
No, because they're not EVPs, and they're not, if you beat us, then, or if we beat you, then you don't get challenged for a title for a year.
Yeah, but it's the same thing of like, as Becky's about to come out, as she just pokes her nose in. No, it's this idea that they're trying to be like heels, but it gets the borderline comedy becomes campy, so you don't take them serious. Like they could have been serious heels coming off that Big E stuff, and they end up being playful heels. And I don't love it.
They've never been serious heels post Big E, though. That's the thing.
But that's, I mean, they could have been so much more. And like I said, they're doing the dress up stuff. They're dressed for the funeral tonight.
Yeah, that might.
It's that Bucks vibe of, you have a good idea. We just need to take you serious. Stop fucking around. Get out of the costumes. Just be mad. Be assholes.
Well, that might be a thing that plays more into your discussion on it, of one of those could have been so much more, but ended up just so much bullshit and all that. Of had the potential and just failure to execute.
As we're getting a JD McDonough package here on commercial. This is cool. They're really hyping up JD.
Yeah, well, when the man fucking breaks a rib, cracks a cranium, breaks a spinal column, cracks an elbow, twists a knee, sprains an ankle and everything all in one match, you kind of got to put him up when he comes back.
Let's go.
Yeah, see, JD McDonough suffers punctured lung and still finished the fucking match.
Right.
They're Hunter knows 100% of doing shit like this. This man tore his fucking quad off the bone, and they sat there and ran that shit for 3 months.
No, this is good. This is strong. One half of the tag champs now, and you want the tag team titles to matter. You got to do stuff like this. I like JD, or I like JD and Finn, Judgment Day as the tag champs. I really do. So I think they're a great tag team. I want to see this keep going.
Monday Night Raw is very much trying to do a better job at adding depth, adding layers throughout their roster. Of the tag team matters, the mid card matters, the women's mid card matters.
Yeah. Well, that's some of the arguing I did online recently. about Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Of if you put Charlotte after the title again, everyone freaks out. Alexa's another one that she's always around the title, but the fans love her, so they kind of forgive her. They're not as harsh about it. So you put them in this odd couple tag team, but it keeps your mid card busy. It keeps the lower level of your roster going and doing stuff, because not everybody can be at the top, and that's just the way it is.
That's just the funniest fucking argument, because what the fuck do you want? Do you want them to go after the title? Oh, boo, they're going after the title. Everyone's going after the title.
Charlotte Hogan.
Put them in something where they're not going after the title. Oh, boo, you're not putting them after the fucking title. What are you fucking doing? Like,
right?
There is no pleasing you.
Well, it's like I saw somebody put out what happened with the R-Truth stuff, and it's just the Daniel Bryan gif of fickle. That's all it is. You freaked out.
It reached its apex. It went where it was going to go.
Right, but where's the fan? Oh, the fans got quiet.
Oh yeah.
But we are getting a sky view as they are breaking down this insane weekend. We will be live at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We will be live. It's a brunch with the boys. It's a dinner with the boys. It's an evening with the boys as we get our triple threat marathon this weekend. We're looking forward to it as it is stacked up, and we got all the action, all the reaction to all the action. There it is. Finally, so much going on here tonight, but we are live for NXT Great American Bash, All In, and Saturday Night Main Event. There will be overlap. We're going to watch both, it will be two at a time as they come. We're here all night long, folks. We're here all week long. Tomorrow we're back for NXT. Wednesday we got the Go Home show on Dynamite. On Thursday we are doing 4 sets of previews and predictions, 4 pay-per-views, 1 stream, and we're going to dive into it. We're going to include Evolution, which is also live here on the channel on Sunday.
Right. I don't know whether to be out here singing "The Stars at Night Are Big and Bright, Deep in the Heart of Texas." That, or start singing "Georgia, Georgia."
Nice. Either one works. I thought you were going to sing "Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy," so we're good.
Last right onto the room.
But Becky Lynch in the ring.
How dare you implicate me with Grande, by the way, though? Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Oops.
Two-time best-selling author, which, by the way, Becky's also. Somebody asked me before you pop back about the Street Fighter casting of Cody Raheem Rhodes cast as Gilly in Street Fighter. Roman cast as Akuma, and I guess Becky's been cast in like a FX show or something like that. Yeah.
Becky looking good, man. I like Becky.
Yeah. Can Seth fight?
And
I'll beat you in a second.
I hate this Hogan
commercial. What Charlotte thinks she is. That's the thing.
No, but the problem with Charlotte is I think too many times they've tried to be like, okay, go out and be nice. And when she's nice, she can't be. It sounds fake. It doesn't work. She's so naturally that spoiled heel. Just be that. Stop fucking around.
Is it wait a minute? Because Bayley's coming out. But is it so funny that Becky is one of those that can just be so authentic and so relatable and everything, and that's what very much her husband also has as an ace up his sleeve.
Oh, wait a minute.
Kaka,
Bird Lady, no wings, sans wings, stomp into the ring.
She's been plucked.
Oh, bumps Bayley on the way by. Bayley looking good. Becky all set, still in the ring with the title, and Bayley's not going to be happy.
But this is becoming the best of what we've seen of Lyra. She's really, I'm a big girl, and you got to let me. I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. She's starting to grow them wings a little bit.
Right. Mr. Noob saying Becky is garbage. I saw it on a
No.
podcast. If you know, you know.
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, can we start taking guesses? Do they start with a J? Do they start with a W? Do they start with an F? Do I have an S? How much on the hangman have I got?
Right? How many?
So far?
How many guesses do we get here? But Bailey has made it to the ring, and now Lyra and Bailey yelling at each other. The crowd's standing.
Pamela looks like everybody's aunt that you questioned incestually about.
Goodness gracious, says Mr. Cool.
How fitting.
Becky dresses better than Seth. It's funny, right?
Well, we said for the longest time that Seth's flamboyant attire was just big time Beck's on loan.
Right.
Starts with an A. Oh.
Oh, one thing Becky is not is Jeopardy champion. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. I like it, KJ. That was weird to say.
Are you sure the horse's name wasn't Aubrey?
Leroy
Jenkins.
My old stud, Leroy.
But that's the thing is, I love Becky because, like, almost it feels like Seth learned from her. She feels that very much that organic, that relatable punk-esque promo of I'm talking to the people. I am talking to the audience, not to fucking the story or what, like, not to what's written.
Right. As Becky stirs the pot between Bailey and Lyra.
But that's, like I said, I think Becky is everything Charlotte thinks she is. Becky is relatable. Becky is the one that got naturally or organically over with the fans. The one that can bounce between babyface and heel. Charlotte thinks she can do that, but she is no. You are the nature woman. You are heel true and true.
Oh, yeah, she's got that natural, just so, like someone said, desperate housewife vibe, like, or, one of the, just, she can't shake it. She's just naturally snobby. And I'm sorry, I'm sure she's a nice lady, but she just comes off so snobby and so apathetic about everything. Yeah, so just run it to 11.
Right.
So Bailey hyping up Lyra, selling us on her.
Question: does anyone in this ring have their natural hair color? We've got blue, we've got purple, we've got orange.
I can't say what I want to say. Spaz with another $10. My God, you were generous, sir. Thank you so much. Oh,
call
her a bitch.
Now is it Lyra or Lyra? Because Cole's the only one that calls her Lyra.
Tomato. Oh, Lyra!
Ketchup or catsup?
No one calls it ketchup.
Man, Montgomery Burns did.
Right? She gets her out of the Nightwing. Wicked finisher name, by the way. Bonus points just for using DW's Nightwing.
Call DW Darkwing Duck.
Right? You got me. The Nightwing, both women down. And Lyra stands tall but gets booed a little bit.
Yeah, because is she honestly to you the least favorable outcome?
I don't know if it's maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing is she out of everyone involved, she's the least likely that she's the one that I don't want to win the most.
I like what she's doing though. I thought she did very well in this segment. She looks strong. She plays to the crowd.
Cool, but I don't want you to fucking win. You can be really great. You can be really talented. I don't give a fuck. I don't want you to win.
I don't know. They might be putting this young girl over. She's doing really well.
They've been putting her over.
Yeah, no shit.
Just putting her over now.
From day one.
From day over for 3 years.
Special guest appearance by Jelly Roll. The Jelly Roll saga begins.
Tsunami. Would you rather take a Jelly Roll or a tsunami?
It's gonna be like Jelly Roll versus Otis at SummerSlam.
And they just
right. It's a nice touch that Heyman brings Seth's Money in the Bank case with him when he seconds Breaker to the ring. What if he cashes in it on Gunther and steps? No, I don't think that is even possible, sir. Spaz.
No. As I'm getting a replay of Big Beefy Boys Slapping Meat, brought to you by Slim Jim, of Sheamus and Miro, the artist formerly known as Rusev, going at it. But yeah, no, I get the aspect of, well, Seth's always got that strap on him. He's always got that thing on him. Right. But at the same time, Braun's not cashing that in or anything. No. There's no connection there.
Right. Two wings. Charlotte will always be Regina George in the world full of Gretchens. Facts, Lady B.
I like how you read it as Regina George. And I
tomato.
Regina George. Not Regina. Check out her Regina, folks.
It made me think of the 40-year-old virgin.
Like a bag of sand. It's like a bag of sand. Has Braun and Seth backstage having a
people are going to think I couldn't do it by myself. Braun feeling a little insecure about the jaded victory.
Are we already starting to sow the seeds of dissension here? Up to where Braun says, I say mayday.
No. What it is, it's the captain. He's coaching, he's grooming, he's, no. You win by any cause. You don't. You never get upset at getting a W.
Oh no, well, this might be a conversation that in 2 months' time we touch back on and we circle back on. Like, I'm not saying next week Braun Breaker is starting to question his loyalty, his allegiance to Seth, but maybe by the time we end out 2025, we might be in a different predicament.
Okay. This Lyra promo is so bad it feels like a soap opera acting. I thought it was okay. I thought she did all right, Boston, but maybe I'm wrong.
Boston
Lyra.
Just spelling it out phonetically for us. Lyra Valkyria.
As we get Jey Uso.
Have you seen even how much the takeover has become of like 4 letters? You see kids walking through their graduation and everything like that, hitting the yeet.
Oh, for sure. It's become a thing, right? Like, and I know people have their criticisms, but he's got himself over. He's still over, even without the belt. And he started a thing. Like, even these moments here, we see it every show now, pulling the little guys. Like, this is your guy. Like, he is the uber babyface right now.
Right? Why is it always the white kids that have no rhythm? Come on, get rhythm when you get the blues. Come on, get rhythm.
As we are getting Bronson taken on Jay, folks, get your votes in. Who you taking? As we are still rolling. We got a little bit of time left. We'll see how this goes. An hour and change probably by standards. Let's get
this kid's got a hardcore mullet. And we got to stop for the second kid with a yeet and yeet.
We got 3 kids. He's just collecting kids as we go.
Don't say that. He'll get accused of things. Well, do you get that kid has the biggest Kentucky waterfall of all things? Like that man, that child had such a mullet. When did the mullet become a thing? You used to get made fun of for having a mullet.
Jay is inspiring mullets.
Well, stop it.
Right. In Nick's theory, Lyra is not winning on Sunday.
Yes. When the fuck would she win? Like, what theory has her winning?
She could win. She could upset the 2 vets and because they're mad at each other. Now they spill into a feud between Bayley and Becky without the belt.
So then you just fucked off of Becky having the belt at all.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying you could.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if you did. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, it might be cool if a black hole worked fucking backwards, but that shit ain't gonna happen.
Right? I guess not. It's Lyra.
Lara.
Spirit fingers, let's go. Lyra is here. Lyra is here. I love me some
Lyra
jelly roll.
Hugh.
Chili roll ready to jam. Let's go.
He's got to kick out the jams. Garcia is here. That person had no vowels in their name until the very last end.
Right.
Rusev and Sheamus last week was pure fire. You're getting a Haas division for sure.
Yeah, they got some bodies. Miro looks like a Street Fighter. Yeah, he should play Zangief.
Give it time. I don't think he's been casted yet in the movie.
Right.
Give it fucking time.
I'm starting. Folks, go to X, go to Instagram. Miro for Zangief.
Yeah, he fits more out of even Roman or Cody casted. Like, Rusev's the guy that fits Zangief more than anybody, and he's the video game nerd as we saw in AEW.
Joe Dirt still has the best mullet. Yeah, let's go.
Tiger King's
up there, bro. That Joe Dirt.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
He's an OG. He's on the Mount Rushmore mullets. I saw.
All right. So then, what's the Mount Rushmore mullet,
dude? Billy Ray.
Randy Johnson. Does Randy Johnson count as a mullet?
I thought you said Randy Johnson was a good mullet. Oh man, if we got into ball players, we'd be here all fucking day.
Well, didn't Junior, not Earnhardt, but Junior, didn't he have one a little bit at one point?
Uh-huh.
Petty doesn't count as a mullet. And that's the thing, is you got to get Southern. You got to go NASCAR.
Tiger King's a hard one to argue with.
Yeah.
Uso needs to turn heel by knocking out a fan who doesn't eat on beat. Just clothesline the kid.
Well, then he should have swung on Michael Cole 4 fucking times by now.
Mm-hmm. I saw a number 9 jersey in the crowd. I like it. You know what I saw the other day? A Gump jersey, 44 or 4. I was like, that's genius. Dude's wearing a Gump jersey.
I was going to say,
we're going for the encore.
We're going to run it back with the Yeats, but I'm trying to remember what the school name actually was, but the number 9 Bobby Boucher.
Oh, yeah. No, number 9 Boucher would be dope. What was that school called? I know the chat knows.
Yeah, fact checkers. I'm like Mud Dogs or something like that. It's some terrible Southern name. Shawn Michaels mullet. He had a bit of a mullet.
Him and Nash had good mullet.
Tonka's a respectful mullet.
Yeah. Hogan's been rocking that skullet for years.
Well, did Davey ever actually have a mullet, or was it just the braids?
Just the braid. I think he was pretty good. Wow, that got hot.
Whoa. Block is hot.
Woo.
Alan, who do you think is ready for the main roster NXT Women's WWE Universe? I think they've pretty much called up everybody that.
Yeah, and I think we got a few. We'll see a lot of flux if there is a draft, but as we're getting look at the entrance.
Well, did you see? I can't remember if you were here on a pause or whatever with Bronson's entrance to where it got all super smoke. Like it was dun 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 dun. It was that level.
Right. This one's good too.
This feels very when Heyman was Dangerous Alliance and he was with his big heavy, whether it be like a Psycho Sid or anything like that. Of like he's out there with the phone of I'm hyping you up. You go out there and you kill him, you crush him, you smash him. I was reading Lady B. South Central Louisiana State University.
What was it? Oh, there you go.
South Central Louisiana State University.
I like it. The mean streets of South Central Louisiana.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed in the ring.
Well, we'll see if the ring can hold up. Is he going to be the next one in that lineage that hits a move and breaks the ring, buckles the ring.
Right? Could be. So we are off and running. 57% of the chat taking Jay, but it's a tight race.
Who you got? Who you got?
Braun won his. I'm gonna go. Jay finds a way to steal this one.
Fair enough. I think the kind of, I don't want to say the new attire, but like the Jay's halfway with the shirt tied and torn and everything.
Okay.
It reminds me a bit of like the old school Uso-y outfits, but yeah. Bronson wins this.
You know,
I think we got a clean sweep of this whole faction.
They take it all out. Okay, true.
Or even in then they both win. The minions win, and then Seth loses because LA shows up.
All right, okay. But I like the idea. Maybe it's their night. LA does show up, but still eats it.
Right.
Call up Hank and Tank. They're close. They're ready. Like, I mean, they can make that. They can make that transition.
They win the tag titles tomorrow.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool.
I'm not saying it's actually booked. I wasn't saying it that way.
No.
But I'm saying, like, if they come up, like you put them versus Finn versus JD.
They would be fun. I think having them up against the heel would make a lot of sense.
Gatorade.
Are
you a Gatorade or a Powerade person? Or do you have some weird Canadian alternative?
No.
I think
Gatorade if I had to choose.
Powerade. Powerade is the life force.
It's a little too sweet.
See, I'm the exact opposite way with Gatorade.
Fair enough. $5 from Spaz. Every time you light a lighter, that lighter gets a lighter till the lighter gets so light it won't light anymore. Frozen water is ice. Yeah.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, 2,000, 00. Oops, out of time. My thinking is smelling fine.
Oh, shit. Jay's up. Down, super kick into the chair.
Yeah, that's good, clever as shit. And I want to know anyone who actually, besides Uri, who got that reference.
Right.
Super kick. Off the office chair. He super kicked that man out of the chair I'm literally sitting in, I feel.
I agree with you, Mr. Cool. If I had to pick water, I love there's nothing better than a really fucking cold glass of water. When
water sucks. Really, really sucks. H2O.
High quality H2O. Oh, he threw the chair. That's a deep hit. Jay gets the win.
But you haven't seen that since Braun's the Strowman.
Right.
Remember what was him? It was the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
It was him, Joe, Roman, and Braun.
Right.
He needed a fucking chair.
Tsunami. Bronson is a man possessed, making him like a complete badass.
Well, I like what Cole said. This wasn't about winning. This was about destroying Jey Uso.
Tsunami. A second tsunami.
Oh, he's going up. I bet you he's going up right there. Oh, the agents are out here.
How great. That's hilarious.
Flaming fruit punch. Maple leaf, gold blue.
But Pierce is out here. We are getting support. Bronson has crushed. And you want a guy to get heat? Take out the biggest baby face in the building. And he's getting plenty of heat right now. So Sammy's crushed. Jay's crushed. Nobody's safe.
Right. And he even does the we're gonna bring all this right down. You get all that eats.
So we go to commercial break for some out there, and Jey Uso still down. And they're tending to Mr. J right now.
Yeah, but again, I think that Cole's one little passing line on commentary answers everything with all of this. It wasn't about winning. It was about destroying Jey Uso. It was knocking down one of the pillars there.
Yeah. And they just seem dangerous, right? Braun is a killer. What he did to Sammy tonight was unbelievable. And that spear was disgusting tonight. He popped Sammy damn near out of his shoes. Jey eats a couple tsunamis, is hurting bad, takes up half a commercial even to get him out of the ring. Jason Jordan lending a hand. Our buddy Oregano's there.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, they feel this is the most believable, strong faction we've had since the Roman bloodline.
That's exactly what I was about to say. This has been the most dominant faction since the bloodline. And part of what made the bloodline work is because it had been so long since we'd seen anything like that. And now this has that twist of it's not a family connection of now this is going back to that old school of you want to get to the top, right? Then you follow me. Right. I will lead you there.
It's a business deal. It's a business relationship.
Right.
In so many ways. Don't love DQ. So, Richard, fair enough, but time and place. And you want to establish Bronson as a crazy man. Like Nick said, it wasn't about a win. It wasn't about a loss. It was about inflicting pain. And so in that regard, this is great for a heel. Look how much he got without winning the match.
Oh, absolutely. And then they even they answered the question earlier on of why would Bronson Reed join a Seth Rollins, or why would Seth want Bronson after he sat there and hit 17 tsunamis on the man? Because I beat respect into that man.
Oh.
Dragon Lee versus El Grande Americano.
Right.
When did Dragon Lee just become How to Train Your Dragon?
Right? How to Train Your Dragon Lee.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go find Toothless. I'm going to be back here as we got Gunther coming up. I forget that we've still got a solid hour left here.
Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins, Penta. We got Gunther on the docket. Hi. But Nick's taking a pause for the cause. The show rolls on. Seth Rollins, Penta coming up. Gunther's going to be here for a contract signing. We got lots coming your way. And El Grande will be in action taking on Dragon Lee. So Michael Cole pointing out that Chad Gable is injured and we still have El Grande. So what does that mean? Fact of the night, Goldberg could culminate a 28-year in-ring career on the 40th edition of Saturday Night Main Event. So they're saying basically the 28 years of Goldberg will be this Saturday will be the culmination, could be the culmination of that career. And then we go to LA Knight. Boom, boom, boom. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we go. LA Knight is Penta's backup for sure. Takes up half a commercial, is a great unit of measurement. It's relatable, right? You get it. Oh, how close are you? I'm about a half a commercial away. You get what I mean. Seth's faction is the real Hurt Business. Legitimately hurting people. I know Karrion Kross lent a hand on Sammy, but Braun did him no favors. So as it stands right now, they look dangerous. This is what the Death Riders should have been more like, where John Moxley talks about taking over the world and grinding bones and eating blood or whatever the fuck he says. And then they hurt people. They inflict pain. They show up when they want, how they want, and they make it impactful. That's what I think the strong heels are striving for. I like this. I like this a lot. Evening, Z-Man. How are you doing? Another statement made by Big Bronson Reed. Yeah, 444. How you doing? I love how they've been putting over the tsunami as one of the most devastating finishers in the game right now. I love how he does it. He does it like the Bam Bam style. He doesn't plant that second foot. He just steps through and out. It gives him that forward momentum. They sell it. He's a big man dropping from the sky. I think that's exactly what they should be doing. I completely agree with you. They're getting it right with this one. And I thought they did a good job earlier tonight making Braun feel intimidating, where Paul was afraid to take the mic out of his hands, and Seth said, "You go talk to him." Now Bronson gets DQ'd and then just eliminates Jay. They look dangerous. They look scary. I'd argue that this faction is better than the Bloodline. We haven't seen Seth do anything this relevant since he destroyed the Shield and went on a title run. Fair enough. I mean, this is I would say actually this is the best run for Seth in a long, long time, as I'm getting a Rhea Ripley package right now, hyping up Saturday night main event. Oh, sorry, I lied. Evolution. Going back to the Mae Young Classic. Yeah, I think it's a hard argument coming out of the gate, still early and seeing where it's going to go and develop. But I like you, I think this is great for Seth. The addition of Paul. Paul is an X factor. Paul legitimizes you in a real way, even if you're already over. He's that fucking cherry on top. He's a little bit of pepper to the steak. I think that the two young guys with the two bronze, it's worked really well. I know someone in the chat earlier said, like, it didn't make no sense, but they explained it. Like, they legitimately took the time to explain how this all came to be, and you can understand why it's working. Heyman Group, the Herd Authority. There you go. How to Train Your Dragon Lee. Ronan, what's up? I don't like this new money, Nick. Not watching commercials. Yeah, what's up with that, right? That we lost the shtick here on the channel, as Nick is enjoying the comfy commercial free. So we're good. We can take commercials off the list. KJ, can you use a pic where Goldberg ain't got his mouth open? You find one with his mouth closed. That's kind of his thing. He's always growling and shit. I don't know what to tell you. That's funny as shit, Larry. What do you think of the negativity surrounding Evolution? So again, I think this is a bit of a smear campaign. I think there's certain companies that can do whatever they want, and you have podcasters, reporters, journalists who will defend certain companies no matter what happens. The negativity, let's be real. If I'm being fair and holding all, calling it the way it is, the first Evolution had 10,000, in Long Island. This one has half that. And it does feel a little more rushed, a little more thrown together. Now, I went through the card, and again, you see spots where match to match, it wasn't that far off. But maybe the build didn't feel special. Sometimes the sequel doesn't feel special. But ultimately, I think a bit of smear campaign, a bit of... I was going to ask Nick this, and you brought it up, Bernard. A lot of people, even Meltzer, talking about the counter programming, and a lot of people are kind of right. They're in Atlanta all weekend, and maybe they bit off more than they can chew. Maybe they saturated the market a little much. Maybe they were hoping for too much out of one market. Maybe if Evolution was not in Atlanta as well, it might have helped. But I don't understand how booking a show the night after the other show in a different state is counter programming. I completely get that. Yeah, they booked in, they threw in NXT because they threw in Saturday Night Main Event. We go early in Texas for All In, so here comes NXT. They counter programs. And again, I don't get my panties in a bunch about that kind of thing. I like when the companies do this shit. I like when they get a little petty. I like when they get a little competitive. That's what we wanted. And that's why I don't understand some of the fans out there who find the need to cry a lot, because we wanted competition. Competition, what did you think happens in competition? Like you talk about, they clearly we're competent. Yes, you are. So stop bitching about it. You got in the fight. Stop getting mad that you're getting hit. Hit back, motherfucker. What are you getting upset about? But here comes El Grande. Extra Grande. Mucho Grande. All the Grande. This is hilarious. And I don't care what anyone says. Ludwig wasn't doing shit. This is funny. But that's my thoughts. Could Evolution have a stronger build? Yeah, like the Nikki Liv thing got busted when Liv got hurt. Trish just comes out and says, hey, I want a match. It's Trish. she could have whatever she wants. But from a standpoint of, being critical of companies that don't build the story, I don't care. It's Trish. I'm going to let this one slide. But no, truthfully, yeah, I mean, Rhea Ripley, maybe some people just don't feel like that's great, but on paper, it's going to work out. I think there's enough there. I think that the show itself is going to be good. But the WWE might have shot themselves in the foot. I got to pull up on X right now asking, like, with a lot of criticism online with WWE, some people feeling like the booking's been a little bit weak lately. Is this a very big opportunity for AEW to go in, kill All In, and get headlines for the right reasons, and really kind of gain some ground here in 2025? I know Tony thinks, and some fans out there think, best year ever. It's probably a better year than 2024. I'll give you that, but best year ever strong. There's been a lot of puttering, a lot of, again, Moxley being champion for as long as he's been has not helped the show. Mercedes Moné has completely crippled your women's division in a lot of ways. So there's flaws there, but if you have a really good All In, maybe Saturday Night Main Events, just kind of is what it is. Not the best shit. Goldberg doesn't deliver, kind of gives us a flat match. Evolution's okay, but not amazing. All In has a really good chance of being like, we ran this fucking weekend. And I think if you are hoping to be in competition, be brave, get in there, put your best foot forward and swing away, right? Don't cry, don't complain. And Tony, to his credit, hasn't been out there throwing temper tantrums like he once was. He just, if he gets asked about it, he answers it. But all you can do is have a really good fucking show. And I'm afraid that Moxley Hangman main event's going to hurt. That's not going to help this show, but we'll see. I hope they got a trick. But here comes Dragon Lee. I will put a poll up. I know that was a long-winded answer, sir, but definitely have a lot to say on the matter. But yeah, I do think the WWE might have tried too hard on this one. Dragon Lee, we haven't seen much from, but we will put this in the polls. Grande taking on the Dragon. Who wins?
Yeah, who's Dragon Balls out here tonight? But yes, no, I heard you talking. I was itching to come back and everything because this is one of those of very much AW has all the everything before it to fucking capitalize here.
Doesn't it feel like that though?
Oh, 100%. We, even as people who are watching all of this and everything, this is where AW can really gain back and steal back any momentum that they might have lost and everything.
Well, it gets you closer.
And they just keep seeming to swat it away like fucking mosquitoes.
If they could get their weekly show a little more organized and a little more sensible.
Stop the All-Stars.
Yeah. You don't need it. It's because you know what we're going to get. It's a go-home show.
It's a crutch.
Every AEW go-home show is the same. Brawl, 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 brawl. Every match will have a brawl somewhere in and around it. Before, during, after, all three. That's how the story's built. Is, they fought. They had a brawl. Now they're going to fight the pay-per-view.
Congratulations. Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just so you have such an opportunity.
Yeah,
to capitalize on momentum and the lapsed fan and everything that might be burnt out of this is too much WWE. Hey, what do I tune into? That's the alternative of, and I do think honestly, AEW is going to have some moments that are going to steal the weekend, but it's, can they string them together? Can they make them matter? Do you have too much around it that's nonsense?
Yeah, like in what looks like a deliberate attempt, which it is, a very deliberate attempt to kind of stymie their big weekend. I think they kind of look a little bad. I think, Great American Bash isn't exactly sold out yet, though I think it might get there.
20,000 plus, or no, that's All In. Sorry.
Right. I mean, All In, I know, and I see a lot of fans out there, and I get it that to the broad audience, only doing 20,000 for All In or 25,000 for All In is not the victory that some people are pitching it as. I think at the same time, it is a win in some ways, and there are ways to look at it as a win. So we don't necessarily have to jump on those people's head either. When they're like, "Oh man, this is cool. My favorite company sold 25,000 to this show." You don't have to tell them they're stupid for feeling that way. Like, I mean,
no, if we don't do that with TNA, I can't say that with AEW.
No, I mean, again, and is it? Some people oversell it, and I think that's what happens is when you oversell it or overprotect something. That's where it forces people to snap back and answer.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, is just let it ride, let it be a thing organically. When you get upset, get defended on somebody's behalf, is when it gets more
right.
Now you really look at it from an askew.
Right. Oh, look at this. Ludwig looks like he's having fun.
But again, if this is going to be Ludwig, is this a fall from grace?
No, he wasn't doing shit.
He was the Silver Surfer to the Ring General. He was the Silver Surfer to Galactus out there, and now he's out there being a knockoff luchador.
Ooh, I like it. I don't know what else you do with him right now. I think this is good. I think it's good for him.
Put the Grandes as a tag team?
I think so. I think there's a whole lot of Grande opportunity here. Mucho Grande
There's a Grande opportunity.
Right? A lot of potential with all this. Like, Chad gets healthy. Do him and Ludwig work together? How does this go? Yeah.
Now,
big kick.
Anyone want Dragon Lee's cranium? It's sold in the concession stand now because it's fucking just landing in someone's popcorn container.
Right. That's Ludwig. It might be. I think it's Omos.
Could be. It might be. Could it be Obafemi? Could it be?
Right. Oh my God. Dragon Lee just went ass over tea kettle.
Is Dragon Lee the forgotten luchador now that Penta and Fenix have shown up?
A little bit.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, and I mean, part of like Ray getting hurt a couple times didn't help him either because he was kind of under Ray's wing. So then Ray gets hurt and he kind of gets forgotten of like, I don't know what to do with him. But we go to commercial. Grande, extra Grande, in control, Vente.
Well, this is where allegedly I've heel turned on the American audience of I no longer have the commercials. I got the fresh Canadian feed.
Right.
I can still see the action.
Right. Double pause. Ludwig is huge. He's lanky.
Well, he's a slender fella.
He really is.
He's got that IC title physique. It's so funny to me because when you watched El Grande wrestle before a la Money in the Bank, it was such a different human being.
Yeah. And I think the question we need to answer with this is, but why? At some point, there will be a but why did this happen? Why is this? Why did Ludwig?
Did we get a but why with the Patriot or Mr. America with Hulk Hogan?
Yeah. Because remember,
would you like to explain to everyone the but why? Because I don't recall a but why.
The but why was he wasn't supposed to be there as Hogan, so he needed a disguise to be there. So we didn't have that in this circumstance. Ludwig just chose.
I couldn't get on the card, but if I was El Grande Americano, apparently I get booked.
They were booking this guy. I'm just going to be him. I just wanted to be booked is the story. I like it. That works.
Jesus.
I just wanted to be booked.
Ludwig went into Austrian. What?
I think
I want to do it.
Yeah, I know some fans out there hate this, but I think the fact that you go from a gentleman the size of Chad to a gentleman the size of Ludwig and play the same character, I think it just adds. I saw when I was on my pause, someone brought up Naked Gun. I recently watched all of them again. Cody Rhodes is going to be in the new one. But shout out to an absolute goat, Leslie Nielsen. But T's and P's. But I think that's kind of this kind of comedy for me. And I can get behind that.
Was it just the same namesake of that they had to find Liam Nielsen of it sounds like Leslie Nielsen? It was close enough because I had to show the missus before we watched Sinners and everything. And I was like, "Oh, you remember Naked Gun?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Nick was
It's like,
going
I don't know
to
if you've been out here. I've been out here with Anthony, and it's become a conversation in the chat of the man's never watched a scary movie.
Oh,
And I don't mean a scary movie. I mean the scary movies.
Oh.
Or an Austin Powers.
I think I saw a scary movie on one of my birthdays, to be honest. I was like 17. Like one of my teenage birthdays, I went to see Scary Movie because why not?
You were stuck there with Shaq trying to make the free throws to get out of the trap and everything.
Right. It adds to the ludicrousness of the El Grande lore. I completely agree with MDB. Like that's exactly what this is.
Well, I want to see a Venn diagram of everyone that hates El Grande Americano, that cheered for Danhausen, that cheered for Abaddon, that cheered for those type of gimmicks and everything, that cheered for King Curryman and all that.
Well, do you know who caught themselves in some pickle with this topic? Is the certain people went public about the disgrace of Grande. Yet when MJF did it, everyone was like, and then he just runs up and hits him with his dick. It's hilarious. Like, what do you mean? You again, choose what rocks you throw because people can point out that you've said both sides of the thing.
Well, yeah, but I think those people more just wanted those rocks in their face type of thing, if you get what I'm saying. They're like, it's cool when he cosplays it. I don't want to him when he cosplays.
Yeah, and it's coming from a place for you or I. Like, I'm not offended. Again, I understand why I'm not offended, but again, it's funny, it's campy, it's jokes. We can laugh. Like, fuck, we got to stop ruining all the fun.
What is it at times though? We've had that discussion of wrestling is pro wrestling. Wrestling is not stand-up comedy. Wrestling is not SNL type of thing. So is it one of those? Where does the line fall?
But I think there's always been that in pro wrestling. There's been the Hurricane, the Bushwhackers, Mr. Socko, Santino. There's the Boogeyman. I'm coming to get you.
But there is a razor thin line, though. You have to at least admit that it teeters of you can go from camp to tramp stamp.
Yeah, you
real quick.
You want to be the Hurricane. You don't want to be Green Gold Dust.
No, you put some respect on Iguana.
The OG Iguana. 2 Cowboy Dragon League.
Well, I never thought of a Green Gold Dust. Oh, you're thinking, I see where you're going. I was thinking of Green Gold Dust. I was thinking Iguana, not, Chesticles Gold Dust.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Whips and Chains handcuff. I watched Scary Movie. Who said that? Oh, look at that, Anthony.
All right, so when's the last Austin Powers movie you watched, sir?
Nick reporting news like SRS, just making stuff up.
Well, I'm just hoping for some MJF rocks in my face.
So you haven't seen a Scary Movie, or you have? I don't know what's happening now.
No, there's a whole discussion. It's mostly Austin Powers movies. We've established his favorite scary movie is Conjuring. What?
And on Grande.
Well, yeah, Ludwig should get the win, whether it was El Grande or Ludwig.
Ludwig's
there's Ludwig El Grande or El Grande de Austriano.
He's doing the thank you finger, like the peace signs. I love this shit. This gimmick is perfect.
And he's sliding in the loaded mask and all of that, just like El Grande did.
Yeah. Same MO. He's officially
a full board of get someone so obtuse, like we've joked about an Omos that says he's El Grande, and just if the shoe fits, wear it.
I just honestly think I feel like some of the fans just it's okay to have a little bit of fun, guys. We go to Penta.
Just do the spicy mushrooms. It's okay to have a fun guy.
Paul.
I can't wait till Penta doesn't understand what he's saying because he speaks Spanish.
I think Paul's speaking Spanish as well.
No, no, not at all. Paul's gonna step in.
Can I get a yumbo yak?
I don't even know what you're saying. Paul's gonna do
Nick,
Spanish.
I've seen some people kind of like, why is Penta involved in this? Really? We're going to be worried about like Penta's getting a push. Like, do people not realize like how like fickle can we be? He's legitimately getting a push and at the top of the roster. I don't like. Okay, so you take Penta out of the mix. Who would you put in? People wanted new people involved. This is new blood at the top of the roster.
I'm all fine for having discussions. I'm in commercial break with Karen Cross. I'm already pissed right now that in commercial break we get Karen Cross, but I'm going to let that slide right now because the thing is to me is you fucking hypocrites. I know of wrestling fans. Seriously. Yes. Oh, I want fucking comedy in my wrestling. Wrestling doesn't have to be super serious and super entertaining, like work rate all the time. Okay, here's something that's comic. I mean, get that the fuck off my screen. That's fucking intolerable. Why would you do that and everything like that? Oh, well, I want Penta to be over. Why he shouldn't be jobbing out to everybody. Oh, well, so he's going to be working with your top guys in the fucking biggest feud and everything. Why the fuck is he forced into this and that and everything like that? Oh, I want Ray Phoenix. Oh, did you see the whole shit about the no selling and everything to where Hurricane Helms had to step in? I did. Matt Hardy and everything had to point out, no, you got out of the fucking movie, you idiot. What are you watching?
Right? So desperate to find a flaw. And again, you did that move with three different letters on the brand, and it was perfectly fine. It's a great move. They no sold it. He didn't no sell. He got out of it. He's fucking dumb.
Nick, you don't have commercials. Stop complaining about. I wasn't complaining about commercials. You're not like us anymore. I can go back to the commercials if you need.
The crowd is going wild, Nick, for Cross. Yes. And I think they were chanting. Oh, they're chanting, "We want Cross," and he kind of gives the "Now you got me," and the place erupts. You have to hear that, Trips. You have to hear that.
Oh yeah, and the fourth movie is coming soon. By the weigh-ins.
By the weigh-ins. BTW.
New Money Nick is still angry as ever.
Letting it go to your head, bro.
Well, that's again. I could go back to the commercials if that's a sticking point,
right?
Well,
Karrion Kross. Sorry, Nick. He just beat the shit out of one of your biggest baby faces. The crowd loves Sammy, except a couple people. But Karrion lays waste to one of your biggest baby faces. Does a segment about half an hour later, and the crowd loses her mind for him.
Oh, absolutely. He's over like Rover of it. Just. It was so funny because we were listening to it and talking about it of where even other Southern podcasters.
Sorry, Nick.
No, go ahead.
No. He's like literally telling the camera to listen. I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's so good.
It's perfect. It's perfect. If it's again I will wearing the fucking leather off of Scarlett. Bro, you're on TV, right? I know you're not used to this shit, but you can't do that shit on TV.
We might be getting close to like a legit. Now, I know we already saw him kind of go off once, but like a Karrion Kross pipe bomb coming soon. Like,
well, they're halfway doing merch of being a good soldier.
Yeah,
and all of that now.
Big old smooch for Scarlett, but my God, the crowd, the whole building. We want Kross. We want Kross. You gotta listen, Trips.
But see, that's the thing is I want Kross to be that going in back to the Marvel conversation to be that Ultron. There are no strings on me of he's always the puppet master and talking about being a good soldier. Yeah. Well, this little soldier fell down and that little soldier fell down.
As right now, I'm getting a Stephanie Vacour package. Are you a backer?
We need shirts like that. I'm a backer.
I think I stole that from MDB. I think that's who I got that from.
Well, you can get 10 cents on the dollar and everything like that.
Triple H hates talented people. I don't think that's true. That would make sense. Dominate. Oh, this woman's gonna dominate. Let's go. She might win this battle royal, Nick.
Oh, well, I was finding Boston again. Nick, not everyone finds the same things funny. If we all thought the same, life would be pretty boring. Okay, Boston, we get it.
You're right, sir. But yeah.
Haha, chuckles. Nick, enjoy your new Canadian riches of no commercial.
Little jokes.
Well, no, where was it? It was Lady B.
Battle Royal participants tomorrow.
Ava Rain.
Ava. Whose bratty child is that?
What?
There's a terrible picture of Ava. Whose bratty child is that?
I want the job. I want the whole job.
Here comes Gunther.
Lady B, he'll turn on Nick for not having commercial.
Yo, it's like I got mad at Ciampa when he started dyeing his beard because of Vince.
Oh, when he shaved it though, that's fucking sacrilege.
Now he shaved it, I'm even more mad. Right, you traitor. You're part of the club. Killer Cross is back. What do you think, Nick? You've been a big advocate.
Oh, Cross? Oh, I want him on TV. I don't want him in my not commercials that I don't get with my Canadian VPN access and everything like that. Right. I want him on my television screen. I don't want him just beating up Sammy as his way up to the ring. I want him winning matches.
Well, again, I think the hope is if he's going to be a heel, Sammy's a good guy to beat up. Except Cross is getting himself so over, they might have to pivot into someone else that's hated. Like he's getting too much love.
Grayson Waller, Austin.
Yeah, like you might, and it's not your fault. They had the right idea. This is one of those things the crowd is really behind. But does this? I'll
ask you this real quickly as before Gunther starts to talk. I'm going to try and say this, but Righteous with Cross or Wyatt's, because both have been teased a little bit if you read between promos.
Yeah, it's very tricky. I don't think you can add more members of the Wyatts right now. You're struggling to get over the ones you have. I think they are ideal for Cross and the Righteous, and let them run a fucking muck. Let them decimate everyone that the fans cheer for. The minute the crowd starts cheering for someone, Cross's group shows up and pops them. Like, that's the type of approach you should have with that group.
Sammy gets a win, and all of a sudden the lights go out, and you get you get just the record playing and thumb snapping, and all of a sudden he's the Battle of Waterloo. I don't know where they're coming from.
Here we go. Oh, we're going old school.
Now, does he punch the window out on this and almost fucking rip open his fucking wrist too?
I wanted him to get out and go, I'm going fast.
It's all about family.
As Goldberg making his entrance, the crowd goes loud.
Yeah, he's still upright and alive. We got to cheer that shit.
They need to put Ava back in the ring or fire her. They can't go back in the ring. I don't have anything against her. She is clearly benefiting. Oh, 100%. And Bernard, you hear me every Tuesday talk about Ava Rain. She's
I don't think she's as bad as you do. I don't think she's. No, I don't know who you fully replace her with. You just hate navels.
I just don't like the person running the show to look like they work at Hot Topic.
That's half the fucking roster. But I got Goldberg, and we've got Goldberg chance.
Crowd's loud.
You do get at times, you get swelled up into it of dun, 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 dun. You get into it.
You're in an arena with 13,000 people and everybody starts chanting. It gets contagious.
Well, and how apropos is it that we had the interview and the sit down and everything with Mark Ramondi and everything right around the anniversary of not only the NWO forming, but when Goldberg, if he picks him up, this crowd's going to lose their mind with Hulk Hogan doing the JOB to Goldberg in the Georgia Dome.
Holy shit, Chance! But I don't know why we're holy shitting.
He's upright. He's upright.
He got in the ring without tripping. I thought this was a contract signing, and Goldberg playing the old "take it easy."
Yeah, but this is where you're going to get the most over Goldberg. Yeah, I don't know. Contract signing, no table. We're setting up for the spear already. I told you, spear and a jackhammer. And this is the most offensive mess in the fucking week.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, Gunther runs
out. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen when they announced the match, though.
Oh, this is interesting. Goldberg driving in style.
How is the crowd going to react, though? Because now we didn't see it here. So we know on Sunday or Saturday evening, when Goldberg gets that man up in a jackhammer, because he's at least getting him up for that.
Oh, yeah.
Whether he hits it or anything, he's getting him up for it.
Yeah, they're going to pop. I love that quote, Ronan. But, yeah, I mean, it's in Atlanta. We saw the crowd here tonight. You and I or people in the chat, this is where we forget, like, we might be critical of it or not love it, but the people buying the tickets are screaming. So that becomes, in Atlanta, they're going to blow. And when he gets them up for the first time, I think he's going to hit two jackhammers, and Gunther's still going to get the win.
I could see that. I also think he could hit no jackhammers.
Right. No jackhammers.
I can see where he goes for a spear and just gets chopped in the forehead.
Right. Oh, it could be Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre.
That's the match I'm looking forward to the most on Saturday Night Main Event.
Goldberg versus Gunther.
Not
bad looking. I mean, what else is on the card? That was it.
A lot of heavyweights, a lot of heavy stars on there, but we're bigging up Tiffany versus Trish.
The show becomes an instant 10, folks. It's Trish and Tiffany.
Is this, like we've talked about, to where AW can capitalize of you've had the runway here. You don't need to refresh everybody of matches that have just been added because they weren't just added.
Fair enough. And I'll throw the question at you that I asked the chat earlier. But Jade, Naomi, no holds barred. I like it. Fatal 4-way for the women's tag titles. I like it. Stacked Fatal 4-way. And any one of these
Warriors, Judgment Day, the Wu Tuition, Alexa and Charlotte and Zaruka. We are working. And then you've got JC Jane versus Jordan Grace, and the winner of this takes on Masha Slamovich at Slammiversary title v title. But sorry, question, chat, you were going to ask.
So the question I proposed, and I already kind of asked the one about the momentum, but I don't fully understand the complaint of, like, I listened to a quote that was going around about Meltzer. You're counter booking. I get the Saturday issue, Saturday Main Event NXT, but they keep focusing on Evolution, but it's the night after All In a different state. Like, how did that really impact? Like, if you weren't like saving your money to go to All In, and then they announced fucking Evolution, and you changed your mind, you're going there. If you were saving your money to All In, you're going.
Oh, I can't go and sit down and watch Evolution because I was gotta be at home to watch this the night before. No, Great American Bash is far and away head, shoulders, knees, and toes the counter booking argument there, because it's literally same time, same place out there. Which again, if your Summer Mania, I don't even want to call it WrestleMania for AW, is getting counterbooked by NXT. What does that say? Just saying. If that's the one you're having a fight out, like UFC's not afraid of Bellator.
No.
But that's the most counterbooking to counterbook, because it's literally same place, same time, same back channel type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm getting a Kyrie Sane package again, I agree with you. And like I said, like Meltzer talking about Evolution, I'm like, but like it's the day after in Atlanta. I don't get how this hurts Texas and All In. And if this is your biggest show and it's the best show in the world and it's going to be the best wrestling show of 2025, like you said, like if you told, if you called up Dana and said, hey, Dana, Bellator is going to run on Saturday up against you, he'd fucking laugh and hang up. Like, he wouldn't give two shits. All right, bring your best.
Power Slap's going to run a show at the same time in Vegas as you're running the Sphere. How do you feel about that? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what it should be, because that's the thing is, if you are different than them, and if you really are, if NXT is not a viable competitor, then it don't matter. If it is, then it's a viable competitor, and then we gotta reevaluate this whole discussion.
Yeah, and you can't have it both ways. You can't say, well, that's just their developmental brand, that's shit, da da da, and then get mad. Oh, they booked it up against us. Okay, but you just told me it was shit. So, and like
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you're mad because you got booked against shit? What?
yeah, like is it really shit or are you nervous about it? Like
Can
what's
you
the
not be
issue here?
shit?
So yeah, I find it very funny. And then even the idea of like Goldberg and Goldberg and Gunther, I mean, that should be on like all in should be well done before that match shows up. And so the idea that that somehow is that doesn't have any like well they
Texas death
wanted
match going toe to toe with Goldberg versus Gunther
if
for
it's still
ratings
on,
and
man, I'm gonna be
viewership.
shocked. But you imagine, right? Like the idea that Goldberg versus Gunther needed the title to counterbalance, like counterbook against AEW, according to Dave, but that doesn't add up. Like you can watch both.
AW has everything to gain in this situation, and I
Yeah, they
feel
really
like
do.
they're getting really weird about like throwing out like excuses
Yeah.
before anything even happens.
Yeah. And the fans out there, like the idea of like if you're not watching All In, you're not a wrestler. If you're not watching All In, you're this, or if you're not like guys, that's such a
So then
insecure
what does
take,
that make us when we're watching all the shows
right?
at all the
But
times? Do we get to y'all in?
right, but it's so insecure. It is such an insecure post to make of like if you don't like what I like, you're stupid. Like it's so chicken shit soft. It is just soft. But I'll be right back.
Fair enough. You walk off the softness as I got an overhead of where is this? But I need to be on this shoreline. But again, to me, it's if All In is your, I don't want to fully say you're equivalent to a WrestleMania, but you're equivalent to one of your big fours or anything like that. One of your top shows. If you're AW, I don't give a shit what's booked aside against me. I will strike that down and everything for crying out loud. I'm going to pull back the curtain here as I got Penta coming out here. How many other wrestling streams are out there right now watching Monday Night Raw and everything like that? But no, we try and be better and be above and everything like that. We don't sit there and, oh, I can't believe that they're going live as we do and everything like that. No, how can I be better? How can I do what they do? How can I do what they do? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's the thing is, sorry, not sorry, but if you want to be in a competitive business, shit's going to get competitive sometimes and you need to fucking bat down the hatches. And even then, you have all the advantages. But I digress. As I've got Penta coming out here, and I'll ask this to fully pivot away from that discussion, going back to Monday Night Raws and so-and-sos. Who would you rather be coming out here to try and save you from a run-in? Would it be Penta strutting to the ring, or do you need Jeff Hardy to where he's got to do the do 4 times before he's got to run out and help you? This revolution crap is cringe as hell. WWE keeps wrestling mainstream irrelevant, even if you don't like the product. Fair enough, Bernard. I'm not fully sure if I get the full context of what you're referencing, but you know, I at least like I'll put it this way: the revolution will be televised. Is Megan Bayne on the all-in card? No, and also Athena and Thunder Rosa, 2 of your prominent Texas-based women's wrestlers, are not on the card. They're on Super Card of Honor. Don't worry. Don't be surprised if you forgot that that was happening, because I'm sure most people did. There are 4 matches on Super Card of Honor. It airs on Friday behind a paywall on Honor Club as well. We probably will be keeping an eye on that. But yeah, you use Athena, you use Thunder Rosa, et cetera, in the advertisements for your show in Texas, but proceed to not use them on your show in Texas unless they're going to be a surprise entrant in the fucking Battle Royal, which is so great. So you don't advertise the fucking talent that you're going to use that you've been using to advertise the show you're going to have. As I got Seth coming out right now. So again, folks, let me know who you're taking for this match. Whether taking Seth, Franklin Rollins, or you're taking Penta and Jose Romero. Who win, Beyonce show or WWE? I would put my money on Beyonce. I feel like if I bet wrong, it'd be everything you own in a box to the left. But yeah. Nick, you know about Pro Wrestling World. I know about the world of pro wrestling, if that's what you're asking. I don't know per se exclusively the pro wrestling world. Penta, Zero Merito, Mystery Cool, what up, what up? Megan Bayne is wrestling in a 4-way match on Wednesday for the number 2 spot in the Battle Royal at All In. Well, it's not even a Battle Royal. It is a gauntlet match, by the way, which these fucking rules are halfway stupid, personally. So you could be, like, the only way you're guaranteed a chance at winning is to be number 1 or number 2. Anything beyond that, you could literally, the match could already be done by the time you come out. I get it's creative and you're trying to be unique, but at the same time, so when you have matches for the number 30 spot or whatever, cool, that don't fucking matter because that spot might not be there. Nick V on Facebook insulting WWE and only praising AEW. Well, fair enough there. To each their own opinion and everything. And I mean, again, I've never, to me, I'm a pro wrestling fan, and I know with all of us, we're pro wrestling fans. I don't work at a fucking company. I don't know about you. I haven't gotten any paycheck that's got 3 letters in front of it that especially start with a W or an A, not even a T, not even a G, even. But yeah, I don't work there, so I don't collect paychecks. So I enjoy what I enjoy, and I'm going to talk about what I see on my television screen and all of that. And I'm going to have my opinions. Beyond that, you do what you do. Both are too old for you. I don't know what happened. Craig, what up? No, we don't need to say that. As I'm underway with both men fighting on the outside here. Already got that one. Jose, listening to Nick Butcher Ciro Mirdo every time he says it's my favorite part of the show. Listen, if I'm good to fuck up one name a night,
tomato, tomato,
a night. So
the answer anytime, tomato, tomato. That's why the name game is fun. Yeah. I call it the ways I reads it.
My Caucasian is showing.
All right. Spanish.
But so who you got, sir? You got Zapenta.
I think it's Seth. Yeah, sorry, Nick. I think it's a Seth kind of night as man. Oh, he punched the pole.
Well, he slapped it. Fair enough. No, I was just gonna try and fuck up the name again. But yeah. You got Penta or you got Seth?
Seth. I didn't put a poll up. I slacked.
The poll is rising. I see a poll rising. Poison Rana from Penta, or Hurricane Rana, actually. I'll take Penta on Kerfuffle.
LA Knight,
CM Philip Seymour Brooks, something like that. Yeah, as we're getting an advertisement for a special guest appearance in Nashville, Tennessee. Jelly Roll.
He's got enemies.
How you got enemies with Jelly Roll?
You can't have enemies with Jelly Roll. He's the nicest guy on the planet.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Seth's got enemies.
Yeah, but he welcomes the enemies.
Right.
But no, I'll ask your halfway opinion on this real quick, because I mentioned this while you're on your pause briefly about the whole counter booking and everything. There's plenty of other channels and everything like that are live streaming their reacts and everything to Monday Night Raw and everything like that. Mm-hmm. We're out there. Oh my God, can you fucking believe that they're doing this? I had the fucking rights to do this. They're trying to just tear me down. All that. You just try and be better and try and do what they don't do. Mm-hmm. And I think we do that swimmingly. But yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, we even see channels out there trying to look like us, and we don't. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I see you, floppy sappy.
Oh,
hate us because they ain't us. Well, he looks like a giant anus.
Fax is Penta up and over. This is great for Penta. You sign a guy, and now he's in a main event with one of the top guys in the company. Both men down. The ref is tending to Rollins.
But he's not how I booked him. I booked him to where he would team up with Rey Fenix right now, instead of we get that cool tag team with Fenix and Andrade, and Penta wouldn't be in this main event title scene type of picture and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They did do what I did, what I wanted them to do, Uncle KJ, so they did bad.
Right. When was the last time the Trios belts were defended on a pay-per-view? When was the last time they were defended at all? And yeah, they did throw this in.
Who holds them?
The Ops, right?
Oh, yeah, good question. Because I thought it was their opposition that might have held it.
No, I think it's the Ops. The whole thing with Yuta and the hair in his face, I know it's going around the internet a lot today. It's stupid. Stop it.
Two stupid dogs. That's what he looks like. He looks shaggy dog.
It's just dumb. Like, I cannot get, like, what the fuck are we doing? To jelly roll, bleed jelly or gravy. Oof. Lucha Underground. He bleeds genius. That's what he bleeds. No. Lucha Underground is on Cineverse now. Oh, okay. I like me some Lucha Underground. Nick tries to spice it up by saying salsa verde.
Listen, I'm your reigning defending Wing of the Ring champion. I will not have my spice taste be called into question out here. I am the reigning fire god on this channel.
Right. CM Punk chants echo out. And Seth playing up to the crowd. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I've been out here eating I survived ghost peppers on ghost peppers, followed by jalapenos and all of that. I will not have my spice challenge. I will not have my flamedom called into question.
Yeah, Nick thinks gracias. Right? Nick thinks gracias is when you slip on a rainy day on the lawn.
That's when you mow the lawn. I gotta cut the mucho gracias.
Oh no, I got a gracias. Mucho gracias. There you go, Lady B gets it. Let's go. Great minds, great minds.
Are you the fire commander? I am the fire chief. When you think of fire, you think of this fucking face.
I am the taco commander.
I was trying to think of Jim Carrey's gimmick from Mad TV and everything, where he's the fire chief, but it's always burnt to fuck up.
Fucking. That's Fire Marshal.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Ted. Fire Marshal Ted.
Yes. That was good shit.
Yeah, exactly. That might be how I laugh too.
Right? Nick says gordita with an I. Gordita. Know what I love about this whole convo is I'm the guy that has done nothing but light up all this fucking shit for like the whole time we've been doing this. Nick is just eating all this shit on it. I love it.
Gaslight son of a bitch. He's just like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, Nick, you don't know what you're saying.
You don't know Espanol.
Los
Granobles.
Ingonobles. It's because I say Alex Abrahantes so well.
Yeah. Let you say a hechachero and see how that fucking plays out.
Hickory sticko.
Yeah.
With a sling blade. Says faction, the Raw Power Generation. That sounds like an adult movie.
That might be one. That might be what he recently watched, and he's just like, I know where that title's from.
Big drop kick in the corner. Nick
Economics with the ghost pepper jalapeno Texas barbecue sauce.
Right?
Absolutely.
That Tabasco.
Spit hot fire. No, the Cholula. Never Tabasco. Tabasco is some watery salt.
You leave my Cholula alone.
Touch your Cholula.
Oh, we got a reversal.
I'd like to sing about the Chula and the minute and the spring.
Backstabber.
1, 2, dos amigos. I've been saying dos amigos every fucking 2 count, and I get chastised over my fucking Spanish.
You're better at your Austrian or your German.
Yeah, what to do it? Get to the chopper. Yeah, I need a 2 count. Yeah. Nick the Ghost Pepper Rider.
KJ Cross. The Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Mega.
I like how everyone just point out you're the instigator. KJ dodges all the more toast allegations.
I did. More toast.
Well, he's getting booked like a fucking rover. He's been more prominent on our fucking television screens. All of a sudden, he decided to make a deposit in Monet, and all of a sudden he gets booked on our tele.
Right. Listen, that's undeniable. I don't give a shit what anyone says, and I have a rant that I need to let loose at some point this week. In regards to Monet and company and the biggest Monet defender out there for some reason. But
folks, tune in to Thursday to where KJ will uncork. We'll have batting practice.
I'm not going to make it Thursday. I got 2 hours on Wednesday to say everything I need to. It might be a 2-hour promo.
Fair play. It's like when it's the guy hiding behind the tree when the Spirit Halloween's about to open up with the yellow suit.
Right. That's the gift for me, right? The meme.
Yeah.
Let's go. Is Seth setting up the stomp?
We got a little color on his eyebrow.
Pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop. Oh, Penta grabbing Seth.
As we're 3 minutes to the half hour, so we and well, no. How do you want a hard cut on your wrestling show, or do you like that kind of in the ambiguous timeline of it could go 2:15, it could go 2:45, what have you?
I like when it's a surprise.
I don't know what I caught you up on.
No, a lot of what you said was so plausible, and I'm trying to be mature as we got a main event happening, but there was a lot of plausible offenses happening.
Oh yeah, because the making fun of Spanish for 15 minutes.
Oh, deep two, so close.
I swear to God, if you make fun of me like 13 more times, I'm out of here. I don't like Boston 1. What games do you play? There's 2. The Red Sox, there's 3. Can we get up to 13?
Right.
I kid.
We're almost there. Donda the Banyo. What? Donda the Banyo. The Banyonic.
I think that's get on the donkey.
I don't care who jumps on their podcast. And actually, Bully said something about Penta dancing on the way to the ring to save a guy. That's true. He shouldn't have done that. We make fun of Jeff Hardy for doing that shit.
Yeah.
But the whole crowd, a packed building chanting, let's go Penta. This is what you do when you sign a guy and make him feel like a star.
I don't want a buckle bomb. A Canadian Mexican destroyer, a Gulf of America destroyer. I split the difference. I called it a Gulf of America.
Rollins,
hands on the ropes. But no, I don't want the Lucha Bros reunited right now. I love me some Penta as a singles guy.
Yeah, he's killing it. Buckle bomb into. I can't believe he knows so the buckle bomb. It's adrenaline in his soul. Leave it alone.
Something. Penta on and on. But that's the thing is the way you read that is how the person writing that tweet probably is saying that in their head.
The Penta walk. The Penta shimmy and roll.
Whoa.
How did the ref? Where was the ref?
But no, I like it if you're going to do it a little sneaky versus like John Cena's like, all right, I'm going to hit him in the dick now.
Oh. Big star.
Oh, right on the Slim Jim. 1, 2, 3. Bob's are over.
Great match. Great
show.
Yeah, good one. And it's Seth's night. Whatever this faction's called, the Oracle, the Vision, the Future, the terrible trifecta.
The prophecy. Call Roman Reigns. Oh, what is he? He's got the phone now.
Call Roman Reigns. Oh no, he's calling Bronze. He's calling the Bronze. Can we, if they were in Canada, they're LeBrons.
Only if they're in Quebec, they are the LeBrons.
Oh, BFT.
LA Night BFT. So they had it there. It was just the straws after as he's hightailing it as no Braun Breaker fucking sells into everything. That man is just I am called and to get a Jew.
Listen to the pop for LA. Let's fucking go. Braun's unhinged. He fell out of the ring. He fell over the like
he's Wolverine.
He is just.
Does LA Knight work better because he moves, I dare I say, into a shallower pool? I think on SmackDown he was too in the depth. He was too out to sea too long. Now he feels revitalized, reinvigorated. He feels you've got something to go with him.
We go
as the crowd's going home with LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight.
Penta looked good tonight. He gets over in a big way, even in a loss. It took one of the best in the business to cheat to beat him. LA, we go off the air with the whole crowd chanting for LA Knight. They were chanting for Punk, though they never got him. They were chanting for Roman, even though they never got him. But the people that did show up, I mean, the crowd was super into a lot. And tonight, for me, where we talk about the beginning of a story, this is a really big step into kind of the first chapter of this Seth faction. It was their night tonight.
Right. And I fully agree with this. If this isn't already the case of Obi saying, if when the draft occurs, Knight's heading to Raw, he's already, I think, made that transition.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know if it's a shallower pool, but it's a pool that maybe fits a little bit better. Like as far as what he needs, he needs somebody that can be mouthy and fire back. And again, John Cena causes a logjam on SmackDown right now.
Even if it's not a shallower pool, because you've still got your Jey Usos, you've still got your Gunthers, you've still got your CM Punks and everything. It's at least you're dropped into a new pool so you're the new kid at school, so you feel a little fresh right now, and they've at least gotten something going with them. Something for him. I don't think they had anything for him on SmackDown. They had ran its course on SmackDown.
In a lot of ways. And again, I do believe that part of that is because of, LA Knight's not beating John Cena. Well, John Cena's on a victory lap. So we know that's not going to be the case.
He's not beating Cody Rhodes. He's not beating Randy Orton. I dare say he's not beating Drew McIntyre. So there's already 4 people at the top of your card he's not beating. He's not beating Jacob Fatu. So there's 5. Depending on where Roman Reigns comes back, he's not beating 6. So, yeah.
Fair argument. So, ladies and gentlemen, Raw has gone off the air. That is the show. That is the go-home show for Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution. Some things announced, some things added. I think the Evolution card looks really good. I know people want to bitch and complain and bicker about the build, and there's people out there already pre-typing their negative response to anything they do on Sunday, but the card itself looks solid.
JC Jane versus Jordan Grace has had, a month or so build on NXT.
A good build.
You actually watch the product, there's actually been build in this.
Yeah.
If you follow dirt sheets, then you believe that there's been no build. Io versus Rhea Ripley. 0 title fences since Mania, but 7 Rhea Ripley matches. So this will be the 8th.
That was so matter of fact.
Right. Because it will be matter of fact. The tag title match, I like that they're integrating Alexa and Charlotte as a tag team division, or the tag team. You've got an NXT team. The Kabuki Warriors reunite.
Yeah.
You're trying to reinvigorate this division. The Battle Royal will be interesting. That'll be probably your legends come back. Your maybe a Nikki Bella, an AJ Lee, Michelle McCool, even though she's getting phone calls. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish for the Women's Championship. Fantastic match. Very interested. Of the former friends torn asunder now.
Right. Yeah, it's an exhibition. It's a passing of the torch kind of thing. And I'm not going to complain. You know what I'm going to say.
I think it's a passing of the title, but I digress.
Oh, let's go.
Jade versus Naomi's been built for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And still continues to be going. And then Becky Lynch, Bayley, Lyra, which was the main match talked about. Well, I assume we talked about it main event and was the main match talked about tonight from that show. Yeah. And has the most compelling current effect to it, I feel.
Yeah, you got a point. 7.5 out of 10. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show we cover, folks, and we cover more shows than anybody else out there. 7.5 out of 10 knee pads. 7 out of 10. Let's go. I saw Reed climb a cage.
Awesome. And break both his ankles.
Right. 8.5 out of 10. LA Knight. Yeah, I'm just happy the faces didn't look inept like other shows. That's it. You can bury a baby face with a purpose, but you can do it in a way that they don't feel inept is the perfect word. They don't look terrible. And I think tonight was a good example of that.
Right. With the world heavyweight title as a foregone conclusion.
Look, I challenge Triple H, Nick, to do the exact same thing I challenged TK to do. I call both companies the way I see them, but TK and Triple H have to listen to that live audience. And again, it doesn't mean you bend to everything the fan base is saying. I think you have to admit when someone's over. You have to give them their due when they are working. When the crowd's booing, you got to go that way. When they're cheering, you got to follow. And I think sometimes the fans are loud. You got to capitalize.
LA Knight versus Karen Cross at SummerSlam. Pick your choice. Soul for soul. Choose your challenger. Because I think at SummerSlam we're getting CM Punk versus Gunther.
We could. That's interesting. Ooh.
Well, we just had last week where CM Punk shoved Gunther down and everything like that. And how dare you? I say nay. I wish I would.
That's a really good route for Seth to take back to the world heavyweight titles.
Right. And well, that's where I think of Punk wins, Seth cashes in, and we talked about Roman showing up at SummerSlam or maybe around there. All of a sudden, Seth goes to cash in. He hits a stomp about to cash in, goes and then eats a spear midair and everything. And that's now, hey, Punk, I did you a solid back because you did me a solid. Wow. So we're good now. We don't need to touch that shit anymore.
That's interesting.
And now we get into Punk versus Seth all the way down because you cost me with your cash in. I finally fucked you over now.
Okay. 8.5 from Damian, 6 from AJ. Roman Reigns screws Seth. The Saturday main event could happen. I give it a 9. Favorite part of the show was Goldberg driving the muscle car, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed made some statements and giving Adam Pearce a meltdown. 7 out of 10 from Saffit. Vin Goldberg Diesel was
it's all about family.
8. I think I'm at an 8 tonight. I think tonight was solid. I think a very good go home show. A lot of in-ring stuff, and I thought this was Seth Rollins' night. We'll see what happens there. 8 out of 10 knee pads. Yeah, I think. Oh, there you go. Because of Sammy, 8. How do you feel, Nick?
Well, I was trying to find somebody that was saying I needed to read it because of Zero Merdo and all of that of pronunciations and everything. I will give this an 8 out of 10. Just to fully. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Nick has to read this 7.9 Zero Merdos. No, I'll give this an 8 out of 10.
He gives it an 8 out of 10 salsa verdes.
Yeah, Grande Americanos.
Right, 8 out of 10. Does Paige Saraya show up on Saturday? I'm going to say yes.
More likely she shows up or AJ Lee.
Oh, I'm going to go Paige.
Could you get a push and get both?
Oh, probably. I mean, you got money.
You got money. You got fucking money.
Make it rain, motherfucker. What are we doing?
Right. I mean, if I had to go with someone I wanted to see, I'll say AJ Lee.
Yeah, I think
Saraya might be more likely because we bring out the old classics of the Bellas. Saraya, we bring out all the divas. Yeah.
The WWE is shown a pattern when they kind of when there's like their back kind of feels up against the wall for a show, we'll get something major like an AJ Lee because that's all everyone's going to talk about on Monday. Not the build, not counter booking, just fuck AJ Lee and Soraya. What the
Everybody
fuck?
shut the fuck up now.
Yeah,
Everybody pay attention to this. Look over here while I do this over there.
Deport TK to Saudi out of 10. I don't even know how to read that.
Yo. No.
8 out of 10. Good night, everyone. So long, farewell.
If he does saying goodbye. See, I can say that.
That's amazing. See y'all tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. We appreciate all the compliments. 7 from Bash. ESPN, the Ocho. Let's go.
We got the ESPN ties now. Bold strategy con. I don't know if it worked out for him.
Saturday main event is at 11K. Evolution is at 4.8K. The same building. Wrestle tickets posted yesterday. Great American Bash and tickets are moving currently. 593 is the cheapest, dropped from. I mean, again, we will see. The number one thing you can do if you want cheaper wrestling tickets is stop paying for the expensive ones. The problem is they always find a way to get rid of those tickets, and we'll see what the numbers look like on the weekend.
Am I the only one? And I know we're heading towards the door. I don't give a fuck about ticket sales on any of these. I want to see what the show they present with my eyes. I get of, well, they didn't move this, they didn't move that. Fine. If you want to split hairs with that, you can sell me on a fucking show. You can have a fantastic show with 12,000 people in the fucking arena versus 25, etc.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, no, in Boston, I think 2 things. 1, exclusivity, and 2, I don't think they want them. I think the Saudis about names. And when you say, well, we're going to bring Jungle Boy or, Darby, it might not have the same vibe as Roman.
I'm going to just go with gracias. Thank you, MBB. We'll end this with gracias to everybody.
So, folks, we are the Wrestling Fans United. Go get your merch. Join us. Use the hashtags. And, of course, Saturday, we're here for the Triple Threat. We're going to be here all day long starting at noon. Sunday's Evolution. And then, of course, tomorrow, the Go Home Show for Evolution and Great American Bash. We got lots going on, including a gauntlet with Ricky Starks, plus a tag team match. Mike Santana, Joe will be there. We will be live at 7:45, and it's going to be a fun one. Hell of a night. Hell of a way to start the week. A fun show. I liked Raw tonight, Nick. Not bad. Go check out all our socials and all the buttons below.
I can't say it in Spanish, but I'll say our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you're going to put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip flop. Remix. See you on the flip side. Good night.